What's up, guys? Give me 1 second. I'm trying to fix the fuzz over here. Everybody see the fuzz? The fuzz over here. I'm trying to fix this fuzziness in the corner. It's my green screen if you really want to see it, you know. So. Alright, that should work. That should work, right? Whew, man. Alright. What's up, team? Oh, you want the leaderboards? Leaderboards are right here, sir. I wonder why it doesn't show up on that one. No. You go to World Series of Day Trading. You go WSTD or WSDT.org is where you go. And then you go to results. What? Sure, WSTD.org/leaderboards. No, that's not working. There we go, top 50. Alright, I'm just gonna go to that. Yeah, these are the leaderboards right now, for anybody wanting to know. We're doing pretty good. We got Farzana and Alicia at the number 1 and at the number 2 and 3 spot. We got we got Brett C at number 24. We got Sarah C at number 27. We got Anthony F at 33. We got Mohammed C at number 37. We've got Kazumi, who I actually talked to yesterday, at number 38. We got Luigi at number 39. We got John F at number 47. And then Guillermo at number 50. So we're actually repping the leaderboard pretty hard here. I gotta see how many people are on the leaderboard from our team, but we got a lot of people here. Let's see, 1, 2. Let me count it real quick. 3, 4, 5. Here, Maddie, don't mess around over here by my computer. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we've got 10 in the top 50. So we have got 20% of the top 50 is what we have, which is pretty solid. You know, that's a pretty solid amount. I'm definitely happy with that, but yeah. The big thing though here, and the reality is that these numbers are going to fluctuate. That's the biggest thing I learned from the last one, is that You can check them after every day, but these numbers are going to fluctuate, and that's just part of it. And so I wouldn't be married to your results yet. I would just take it slow and understand that these numbers are going to fluctuate, and not to be too wrapped up in them quite yet, because we're still only 1 day in. We still have 5 full days left, and so these numbers are going to change. The winners are going to change, the teams are going to change, and so it'll be fun, but don't get too locked into any numbers quite yet, is my advice. Alright, let's take a look at some of these moving stocks. Alright, so we do have number 1 here, which is stamps.com. You get it, Maddie? Huh? What? Where was it? I told you. Love you. Glad you got it. Sorry, it was a tragic moment today. My daughter lost her cell phone. It was such a tragic, tragic moment. She couldn't find it. You know? It was so tragic. She didn't know what to do. She didn't know whether she would make it. But she found a phone. She's 10 years old. She's got a cell phone. Now she's mad at me. She found her phone though. You know? Tragic, tragic moment. Tragic moment. Love you. Have a good day at school. Alright. 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 Alright, so one of the biggest movers this morning at least is stamps.com, STMP. You don't like that stock? Why don't you delete it off your playlist? Stamps? I should, man. I should. Stamps.com? Dude, Stamps.com, let me tell you something about Stamps.com, man. Stamps.com, they ripped me off, dude. Stamps.com, I was using Stamps for Amazon services because they have cheaper shipping, and it's easier to just order shipping through Stamps, right? But I forgot to cancel them one day, and they just keep charging me. They're trying to charge me like $400 in Stamps.com bills. Hey, buddy. Here, come give me a hug. Have a good day at school, buddy. I love you. Alright. But yeah, they're trying to charge me like $400. Ridiculous sums of money. And I'll probably have to end up paying it realistically, you know. Oh, that's rough, Born. That's rough, brother. Huh? Love you. Have a good day. Alright. Love you. You got it? Huh? You got it? Alright. Love you. Yeah. Don't lose it. You don't like that song? Why don't you delete it off the playlist? Oh. Alright, hold on, guys. Now you got me curious about what song I changed it on. I'll probably change it on that song every day. Alright, love you guys. Love you. Alright, but yeah, Stamps.com gapping up pretty big here. We go ahead and look up the news for Stamps. Finally, man, they're gone, man. They're so loud in here this early in the morning. My whole family's getting dressed for school, man. They're loud. Anyways, stamps.com is up. You can see it's gapping up from 95.46 all the way up to 131.85. So just a huge percentage gap up, I would say. I don't know, about a $35, $36 gap up. What is that? It's like a 20-25% gap up. Big gap up for stamps.com. This one is up after fourth quarter results that came out that were better than expected, and they also issued good 2020 guidance. Stock went up after hours yesterday, but yeah, so positive fourth quarter results that were better than expectations. They also had good 2020 guidance that came out. I'll go ahead and read this, and this is from MT Newswires. It says that their adjusted EPS dropped to $2.12 in the fourth quarter from $3.73 a year earlier, but they easily surpassed analyst estimates of 98 cents in a Capital IQ poll. Revenue fell 5% to $160.9 million from a year ago, but also ahead of the $142.3 million consensus, so a little bit better than expected. For 2020, they said they expect their revenue of $570 million to $600 million and adjusted EPS of $4 to $5. They also expect GAAP EPS of $2.08 to $2.92. Wall Street expects $3.31 if comparable, and revenue of $544 million. You know which song I'm talking about? Not really, Thomas. I don't, sir. I don't know what song I'm talking about. But yeah, positive fourth quarter results for ST&P. We'll see what happens with it. It's worth a watch, I guess. I'll have to go back to that one in a second, Thomas, and see what song you're talking about, bro. I know I change it at the same songs every day. Honestly, it's not even the song, though, and this is the reality, right? It's not the song itself. It's not the song. What it is, though, is it song? I guess it is the song, but not in the way you might think. I change songs that have words in them, right? If the song has words in them, I change it, because if somebody else is singing while I'm talking over news, it's going to be hard to hear it, right? And so if somebody's singing in the song, I change it, because it's going to be hard to hear two people talking at the same time, one person singing and me talking about news. And so I change it if somebody's singing in the song is when I change it. It doesn't really have anything to do personally with the song itself. It's more so if somebody's singing, I just skip over it, because you guys got to be able to hear me talk, you know, because I'm more important, you know. But yeah, that's why. All right, we also have E-Trade here, ETFC. E-Trade is up. All right, so Morgan Stanley is actually going to be buying E-Trade for $13 billion. So I'll say that again. Morgan Stanley will be buying E-Trade for $13 billion. Interesting here. They're going to be paying $58.74 a share in stock for E-Trade. And the deal is the, quote, biggest by a U.S. bank since the major financial crisis. And so, yeah, so Morgan Stanley is going to be buying E-Trade, which is interesting, very interesting here. We'll see what happens with it. Biggest deal by a U.S. bank since the financial crisis. And they're going to be paying roughly $58.74 a share for E-Trade in stock. And so we'll see what happens. Interesting. It should be fun. What's up, Emmanuel? What's up, brother? It's hard to hear. I got you. Is that better? Let me know if that's better. I turned it down. There we go. I turned it down a little bit. But yeah, Morgan Stanley going to be buying E-Trade for a deal valued at $13 billion. They're going to be paying in stock for it. I don't know if that's a good deal. I don't like E-Trade as much, man. I don't like E-Trade as much. I think that... I don't know. I think I trade stocks, and so naturally I don't like E-Trade as much, and I tend to prefer TD Ameritrade because they have the better platform, right? If you look at E-Trade's platform, it's all right, but I think TD Ameritrade, that Thinkorswim platform, that's the platform to really base it off of, because that's the most legit platform in the game, is TD Ameritrade's. But again, I'm biased obviously towards TD Ameritrade, and so we'll see. But yeah, E-Trade getting bought by Morgan Stanley. That sucks, Forex. That sucks, brother. Alright, but yeah, that's ETFC. They are getting bought by Morgan Stanley for $13 billion. We got IOTS. That one looks alright, but not as good. DPZ, Domino's Pizza, the next one. DPZ, Domino's Pizza. Should be fun. Alright guys, so yeah, Domino's. You can turn it up slightly. I like the music too. I got you. There we go. Easy, man. I don't like that one. Oh, sorry. Alright, but yeah, Domino's Pizza. DPZ. Domino's Pizza. Alright, so Domino's is up after good fourth quarter revenue that came out. I'll go ahead and put this. I'll go ahead and quote this, and this is from Benzinga. So I'm gonna go ahead and quote this, and it says that Domino's said they earned $3.13 per share in the fourth quarter on revenue of $1.15 billion versus the expected $2.98 per share and $1.12 billion. The global retail sales rose 6.9% in the quarter, while global retail sales rose 5.7% for the full year, which is pretty solid. Fourth quarter U.S. same-store sales rose 3.4% in the quarter and 3.2% for the full year, while same-store sales growth in the international business was 1.7% in the quarter and 1.9% for the full year. Net income for the quarter rose 15.8% from last year to $17.7 million, mostly due to higher royalty revenues from franchise stores, higher supply chain volumes, and lower G&A expenses. It's important because they allowed the company to increase their quarterly dividend by 20%. Shareholders of record on March 13th will receive 78 cents per share on March 30th. And then we had a quote from one of the execs that he said, again, this is quoting, I am extremely proud of the accomplishments of our franchisees and our team members from around the world, not just in the fourth quarter, but throughout all of 2019, said Rich Allison, which is Domino's CEO. He said, quote, our relentless focus on our customers, our franchisees, and the long-term growth and profitability of the Domino's business model helped us deliver a solid 2019 in the face of unique competitive headwinds, end quote. And so, yeah, so they're doing well. They're doing well. Domino's up today. The float on Domino's is at a roughly 40.8 million, which is pretty small float overall, but it's actually a little bit more expensive of a stock, I guess. And so it's one to keep an eye on. Domino's for sure. Good fourth quarter results that came out for this one specifically. I use Epidemic Sounds 92. Epidemic Sounds is where I use. But yeah, that's Domino's growth. We also have Zillow here, which is Zillow Group, real estate stock. We can take a look at Zillow here too. It looks like an earnings beat for Zillow as well. You can see Zillow gapped up from 54.47 to 62.50 here for Zillow. I see Mitch posting it, right? Yeah, it's fourth quarter revenue that came out. So they posted fourth quarter total consolidated revenue of $943.9 million, which was better than the estimate of $814.6 million, so much better than expected. They also beat on operating profit. They posted a loss of $3.2 million for the fourth quarter instead of an estimated $33 million loss, so a much better, much lower loss than they initially expected. For the full year of 2019, they also recorded consolidated revenue of $2.7 billion, which was above the company's guidelines of $2.6 billion. And so yeah, overall positive fourth quarter earnings beat for Zillow here. And again, it's gapping up from 54.47 to 62.50. If we look at the long-term chart, Zillow has just been on a straight move up, especially since around November of last year. Zillow has just been moving straight up. A few small pullbacks, but Zillow has just been ripping up lately. So this is one that looks interesting. We'll see what happens with Zillow. I know it's definitely tradable for us as well. So we'll see what happens with that one. We also have CAR here, which is CAR, which is Avis Budget Group. Type in CAR and we can look up this one. This one's fourth quarter earnings as well that were better than expected. Revenue was ahead of the guidance. Their revenue guidance was ahead as well. So yeah, they posted a adjusted EPS of 73 cents in the fourth quarter from 53 cents a year earlier, which was better than the estimates of 50 cents in a Capital IQ poll. Revenue grew 2.16 billion from 205 billion a year ago, and also ahead of the 2.08 billion consensus. For the full year 2020, they expect revenue of 9.4 billion to 9.6 billion and adjusted EPS of 375 to 475 against CIQ estimates of 396 for EPS on revenue of 9.33 billion. So good fourth quarter results for CAR, which is Avis Budget Group as well. Didn't look bad. Worth a watch here too, I think. We got SEDG here as well, gapping up some SEDG. This one is up after price target was raised by a few different people. They saw fourth quarter results that were better than expected. They saw fourth quarter non-GAAP net earnings of $1.65 a share, up from 63 cents in the same period last year, while the consensus on Capital IQ was for $1.25. So expected $1.25 versus what they got, which is $1.65 a share, and so much better than expected. Revenue went up to $418.2 million from $263.7 million, which was better, much better than last time. While the street was expecting $413 million, and so we got $418. Street was expecting $413, and so we got better than the street expected as well. In the fourth quarter, Solar Edge saw revenue between $425 million and $440 million, and analysts were looking for $389, so better than expected there as well for SEDG. This is another one that you could watch today. And so yeah, we'll see what happens with this one as well. We got Marathon, MPC gapping up some, VSLR. And overall, really, we just got kind of the market. You know, the market's down some today. Gapping down from 338.30s to 337.60, so we're down about 90 cents or so, which isn't that bad. You know, we had a pretty big rip yesterday in the market. We got TWST gapping up a little bit. For gap downs, for TVTY, which is Tividity Health, we can look at some of these as well. This one is down after their CEO Donato Tramuto stepped down. So their CEO stepped down. That's number one. They had a price target, or they had a price target cut and a downgrade by a few different people. But I think this is mostly due to a fourth quarter loss in revenue forecasts. And so yeah, TVTY, which is one of the biggest gap downs, reported a fourth quarter loss of $323.1 million, or $6.69 a share, which is compared with the earnings of $28.5 million, or 67 cents a share in the same period last year. Adjusted analysts polled by FactSet were looking for 19.2 million, or 36 cents a share, and adjusted earnings were 40 cents a share compared with the 55-cent analysts were looking for. So yeah, they said the net loss included a non-cash impairment charge of 377.1 million in its nutrition segment. They said it doesn't expect the impairment charge to have an impact on future operations, though. Revenue for the quarter came in at 272.8 million compared with last year's 153 million, so a little bit better than expected, but TVTY is still down after those results, and so we'll see what happens with it, but it's worth a watch as well. We also have BTAI gapping down some. This is BioXcel Therapeutics. The company priced a public offering, that's why BTAI is down. I mean, we could watch it, but it's just an offering. You also have Six Flags here, Six Flags, SIX, down. They slashed dividends by 70%, but yield stayed above the S&P. They reported expectations for the fiscal year 2020 of 435 to 465 million. So yeah, we'll see what happens with Six Flags, but it's down after earnings as well. And that's about it. I mean, we got Wix, we got Limited Brands, we got a few other ones. And then, yeah, the last one I do want to go on, James. Thank you for reminding me, brother. I was about to forget about it. Is Space. Look at Space. Space is, even though it's gapping down technically, or no, it's actually gapping up. I thought it was gapping down. Even though it's barely break even, it's moving a ton, and it's especially volatile today. And so Space is one that I'll take a look at real quick before we hang this up. A lot of bullish sentiment overall in the news section for Space as well. Virgin Galactic stock. And this one's just super volatile, guys, so you just want to be careful. This one's taking huge pullbacks, huge runs, huge pullbacks. I'm trying to see why this one's up. It's just got a lot of profiles done on it for Space, SPCE. 8-day win streak. And I mean, look at the daily chart on this one, man. This one is crazy. This one really is crazy. And we'll see what happens, but that one's crazy. DPZ, Space. Look at this. Look at this daily chart, man. This thing, in November, this thing was at 690. In November, you know. And thing's up like 500%. And like, what? November, December, January, February, like 4 months, this thing's up 500%. It's effectively averaging over 100% a month. Weird. But hey, it's strong and it's worth a watch. DPZ? What is DPZ? Yeah, we got Domino's. We went over Domino's already. Yeah, we went over Domino's. Domino's good fourth quarter results for this one. Better than expected, at least. But yeah, Domino's, we're certainly going over that one too. Or we're certainly going to be watching that one as well. I'm going to be taking some swings this morning. Alright, we got Mitch in here. Let me get Mitch up. There he is. What's up, Mitch? Let me see. Yo, what's up, Mitch? There we go. Alright, we got Mitch in here.
Yo,
What's up, man?
what's up?
Yo, you there? Let's see.
Yo,
Let me turn
can
my
you hear me?
my volume up. Yo, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Alright, there you go. What's up, man?
What's up, bro?
Chilling, man. Look at Domino's today, bro. Domino's is a big. We also got Stamps.com. Oh, did you hear about E-Trade, bitch? Did you hear about E-Trade, bro? E-Trade getting bought by Morgan Stanley, bro, for $13 billion, man. Morgan Stanley buying E-Trade for $13 billion. I think TD Ameritrade would have been a better company if I was Morgan Stanley, but I'm biased towards TD Ameritrade because they're just better, you know. But E-Trade getting bought, $13 billion, bro.
Yeah, I think it's just about customers and the price evaluation. That's all it is.
The backlog of customers, 100%. I think that's the value that they're getting is the backlog of customers that
exactly. They don't really care about the technology they have.
E-Trade, yeah, right. The E-Trade platform's legit. You know, I'm just super biased, but the E-Trade platform is legit.
I mean, it's definitely not the top platform. I think they didn't buy it for the technology. They bought it for the customers.
Yeah, I've never used E-Trade Pro, honestly. But I tell you this, I bet you Thinkorswim's better, you know.
I bet you TC's better than all of them.
I bet you it is. But it's also a premium service.
But you gotta pay.
Right. It's a premium service, though. Oh. So what's up, bro? So day 2, man. Day 2, the World Series of Day Trading.
Let's
do it.
Ready to see a parabolic stock and jump on that, baby.
I gotta take a swing too. I kind of dwindled my account down like a few $1,000s yesterday. Nothing really game changing for my account, but I just kind of traded a bunch of dumb trades, and you know, it is what it is. I gotta take my swing this morning is what I really have to do. And so we'll see. I just gotta have the nerve to actually do it though. You know, it's tough. It's tough when they just kind of throw you out there, you know what I mean? All right, team. All right, guys, how's everybody doing in the competition? Like I said, if we look at this, I think we're currently the number 3 team, but we've got 10 people in the top 50. 10 people. So we're holding 25% out of what? How many teams they got? Like 8 teams, 9 teams, 10 teams. We're holding 20% of the top 50. That's cool. And that's a pretty big percentage. Like I said, I don't know how many teams they are, but currently we got the number 2 and number 3 spot. Again, though, I wouldn't marry these results. These results are going to change. And honestly, the last place in the top 50 has $3,468. There's actually somebody on our team, Guillermo. And so we still got a lot of time. And so just remember, guys, it's not over until it's over. Slow, steady gains, measured risks, and we got this. Let's see how many teams there are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Out of 11 teams. Team standing. Yeah, we're actually the number 2 team, actually. We're the number 2 team. But yeah, we still got a lot of time left. Yeah, you as well, Chili. We got this, bro. We got this, man. Does that mean buy Morgan Stanley? I don't know. I wouldn't say that. It depends on whether you think that investment is a good investment or not. You know, it's the largest bank purchase since 2008. But it just depends on whether you think that's a good investment or not. Which is questionable. Like I said, I'm more of a TD Ameritrade type of guy. Me, I don't really like E-Trade. I've never really traded on E-Trade. I think as a retail trader, there's better options than E-Trade. But I also think that E-Trade's a very valuable company, and that their client list and their backlog of clients is very valuable, and that is what Morgan Stanley is essentially paying for, is that backlog of clients. No, we'll see. Also, probably the name value is worth a ton as well. But again, I'm more of a TD Ameritrade. If I had to pick one of the big boy platforms, like the top dog platforms, I would pick TD Ameritrade. What's up, West Coast? What's up, brother? You still in it, man? You still in it?
What's up, guys? How we doing?
What's up, man?
Yeah, man. You want your parabolic stock? You ready for it?
Yeah, give it to me. I'm ready.
All right, guys.
Let me throw you up.
I'm gonna give it to you guys.
Let me throw you up. Hold up.
Bam, bam, bam. Who wants a parabolic stock?
I do.
Dun, dun, dun.
All right. Go ahead. I'm ready.
It
Drop it on us.
is. Bam! Look at this weekly chart. Let's take a look. Bum, bum, bum. Who's ready to go? And you take a look, and CLVS ready to come back with a roar.
I like it.
Yesterday, it came back significant amount. This 1050 and 1060, I've been watching it for a while. I think it's really the kind of the line in the sand right now. If it gets back above that 1050, it can make a move to 1150, and then from 1150, if it gets any kind of significant volume, if we get a great push, we could get a move up there to 13 and 14. So always looking out for these kinds of stock, keeping them on watch. And yesterday I did see great momentum in the stock, so we'll watch it today, see if it can get above that 1067 today, and really just start making its way towards 11. I want to see a move towards 11, a pullback, and I'll look to get on the ride.
I like it, man. I like it. I like the daily chart. I like the long-term chart. I like the triangle-esque consolidation. I like it, man. I like it.
Just put one out there that could possibly be the rocket that gets you to the winning account.
Yeah, I like it.
Other than that, guys, one that I did see, I'm thinking on the downside today, SDC.
Smile Direct Club.
Yep. And this one really based on the news that came out, essentially supporting that they're going to lose the board, the main doctor on their board is going to lose their licensing in California as long as things kind of continue in the way they're heading. And that's a really bad sign. That shows, it says in the report that supposedly they tried to falsify reports, but push on kind of regulation to get them through. And I've heard a lot of negative things about this company, kind of hidden bears in this company, people that don't really believe in this company. So I would definitely watch SDC, take a look at it, and I think it could really come crashing down, especially if all this talk and hype is true. They're trying to bring this company back by saying that it was going to get into dentist's office. But if it starts losing state regulation, I mean, right there, you can kiss the stock goodbye.
Right. Yeah, for sure. You lose your big doctor, that could be it. 100%.
Yeah, and I think one of the biggest things is that if they lose their California dental license, that means that it's just a matter of time before the other states review their choice on this, and they could easily just do the same.
Yep.
So this stock was rocketing up. It went up there to 1550, was looking like it was making all the move in the world, and this is a really, really bad time to come out with this negative news. I think the stock could head down towards 1150, maybe even below the kind of the IPO low, which is at $9, $8.50 area. I think this could really head down towards that, at least for the time being, until it gets some kind of positive news to bring it back.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I know a lot of people were trading it a few days ago. I heard a lot of people talking about it, but you know me, I'm not much of a fundamental guy.
Yeah, everyone was thinking bull because
Right.
it sounded bull because the contract that they were getting, and the idea of a pure like internet company, a pure e-commerce company becoming into actually the dentist, which gave them massive amounts of potential revenue.
Yeah.
But if you lose licensing,
Right.
boom, all
That's
that
it.
potential revenue is gone.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like you never really know with a lot of these companies, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like people get so hyped up behind a lot of these news releases that come out, and Mitch and I see them every day. Like you and I see these things every day. We see hype get behind companies and then just fail. And it happens a lot, man. It's the way of the stock market. It's the way of the stock market.
You got to also understand, at the end of the day, a lot of what we read is what we call persuasion media.
Fluff.
It's not really factual. It's fluff.
Yeah.
And so you have to understand, you have to take the facts from the news articles, look for stats, look for numbers, those percentages, those kinds of things, you can't lie about. Right. But when you start using words, persuasion words, and this is why there's always a disclaimer almost at every single bottom financial kind of article that explains that it could be biased.
Right. Obvious, yeah. And they have to do that. What's the screener uses to see gappers? Trade ideas. Oh, Mitch, did you hear Carol? Carol and I actually sat down yesterday afternoon, and Carol's up like $200 in her account, man, or it's like 150. But she's
there
up.
You go.
She's doing better than me.
That's the fun part.
Yeah, she's doing better than me, man. But hey, maybe she'll win this thing. We'll see.
Yeah, the fun part is to take a shot. Why not? Have some fun. Right. At the end of the day, guys, you got to enjoy it. I know a lot of you were probably like me yesterday, a little stressed out on day one because you didn't do that good. At the end of the day, you got to go back to your rules and make sure that you're following your rules. At least I can give myself a pat on the back yesterday. One of my major rules for the competition was strike 3 and you're out. And that happens, guys. You got to set yourself a limit. For me, it was 3 losing trades and I'd get out of the day. And I'm at least happy that I respected that. I didn't push into that and was able to get out the day with minimum damage. And that's what you got to do. At the end of the day, guys, one day isn't going to make or lose this competition. If you're smart, you can bounce back, get into a winning streak, and just push on the profits because it can come right back. With this amount of sizing, if you push on the profits, you can get right back into the account.
Right, with the amount and with the amount of buying power they give you, like there's plenty of days. Like I made a video yesterday, like a recap video, and one of the biggest things I talked about for this competition is that look, man, there's 5 full days left. You have so much buying power, and your max loss is thousands of dollars. Like you're never really out of it, and you just got to take it slow and take it one day at a time because in the end, you got a lot of room with these accounts, and you got a lot of room in this competition. And even if you lose, like I lost a few $1,000s yesterday, I still have so much room in my account that it doesn't matter, and I still have plenty of room. What's up, Jonathan? What's up, brother? Hope you feel better, brother. Is it the flu, dude? Oh. Yeah, I hope you feel better, Jonathan. Yeah, it's tough, bro. Like I said, I'm still not quite right, and I got the flu over a week ago. Like I got the flu Tuesday a week ago. And so it's been 8 days and I'm still not quite right. I still don't feel quite right. I still have brain fog. I'm still a little bit out of it. And I've been going to bed. Like last night I went to sleep at like 8 o'clock. My wife's like, what the hell's going on? It's like I go to bed super early and I still feel kind of rough. I'm on Tamiflu, but I'm still not feeling quite right from it, brother. So hang in there, man. What's up, cool? All right, team, let's do this. Yeah, ENPH is another one that's been super volatile. Problem yesterday is that a lot of these are having trouble finding trends. And so that's the big thing that I got to watch for a lot of these is how well they can follow trends. ENPH was one I traded a bunch yesterday, and it just didn't work out super well for me. Another thing I'm noticing is that I'm getting scared out way too easily. Like, this was the strategy I really wanted to get into, and I just missed it. You know, and then when I miss it, I'm forcing it anyway because you don't have that discipline with a demo account, you know, and that's my problem with these. But today's a new day, team. Today's a brand new day. Yeah, you might have the flu, brother. I lost my max 3,500. They closed my account. Ah, that's rough. 200 shares of Tesla. Yeah, man. Hey, you guys remember me the other week? I accidentally bought like, what was it, Mitch? I accidentally bought like 50 shares of Tesla. And that was the scariest 50 share position I've ever had, for sure. I was trying to scale into AMD with like 50 shares of AMD. I ended up buying like 50 shares of Tesla and immediately just lost $200 within like literally like half a second. Just down, just done. You know, that was the worst mistake I ever made, but nice. Nice, Jonathan. Hey, congrats. You're in this thing. Question, I was up 640 at the end of the day yesterday, but today my balance is only up 586. Where does the difference come from? So with commissions, commissions do play a factor in it, Daniel. So you do have commissions, and you're gonna have to compensate for commissions when you trade, because it's gonna be roughly, commissions on TradeNet are roughly 0.0075 per share. And just to see like an easy way to calculate them. Say you buy 500 shares, right? You can do 500 times 0.0075, and you're going to be paying roughly $375 for that trade, right? You do that twice, you're going to be paying $750 round trip for that trade, and that's how you calculate commissions on there. This isn't an exact method. It's not exact, but it's pretty close. It's pretty close. So if you want to see about what you're going to be paying in commissions, that's what you're paying. So if you're taking huge sizing, let's just, if you're taking 10,000 shares, right, 0.0075, then you're paying about $75 in, $75 out, which is about $150 in commission per big boy trade of 10,000 shares. And so you do want to understand that, but that's about how you calculate commissions. But yeah, you also want to understand that with regard to your max loss. And because it's like you can get close to your max loss, but you also have to understand how commissions are going to play a factor in that as well. I remember that instantly down. Yeah, Bailey said that was the day I joined the channel to help recoup from the Tesla loss. Surprisingly enough, I actually rebounded that day. I think I made money that day. So I actually made money that day, believe it or not. I think I got frustrated and just took some swings and made money. But yeah, I remember that day. That was the biggest mistake I've made in trading for sure. I messed up hard yesterday too. I sold ENPH short at the open, and when I thought I hit the buy, it took
this guy Justin's face must have been priceless.
Yeah,
I love it. But it must have been priceless too, because Justin must have been like, "Yo, I got this.
I got it.
I got it."
Honestly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, look down.
Oh no. Oh no. I honestly, I'll say this. I caught myself kind of frozen yesterday in some trades, right? Like yesterday I would be in a trade and I'd be like, I'm going to get out of it if it goes to this level. I'm going to get out of it if it goes to this level. But since it's a paper account, I did what all traders do, which is that I just froze. I just watched my P&L fly away, you know, so to speak, and I just lost more and more money. I did that yesterday. I froze, man. I froze yesterday, and it happens. It's one of those things where you don't realize it, but it happens. You just freeze up. If you watch all the trades I got into yesterday, man, most of the trades were right. My AMD trade right at the open, spot on, bounced beautifully up there. The other CGC trade I got into, beautiful short. Look at this short. I got in right here. Beautiful short. That one worked out perfectly. And so all the trades I got into yesterday, they worked out perfectly. I just was a big wimp. You know, I was a big wimp.
Yeah.
That's it.
I think also a lot had to do with it was you got to really make sure that you're getting the right share size for the right range that you want. I know I ran into it yesterday with ENPH. I don't think it was a bad trade. It was a really good trade, actually. But I didn't give myself enough room. And why did I not give myself enough room? Because I didn't understand the range of the stock.
Right.
If I would have understood the range of the stock was over $5, I could have looked for taking share size that I could risk closer to a full dollar.
Right.
And then I would have been able to stay in the trade, and it was a beautiful trade in the end. So sometimes that can just show you guys that the price range and the volatility in the stock itself needs to be really taken in account, because if you don't have the right risk range, a lot of the times you're going to get instantly stopped out. And if you have big sizing, you look down and you're a little upset because you see a big loss, but at the end of the day, it was because you didn't understand the full range in the stock.
Yeah, Justin said it was exactly like that. I just stared blankly for 10 seconds before I acted. That's what I did too. I just glanced. I just watched.
Deer in headlights.
Right, exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. I just sat there and said, well, I can let it go a little bit longer. And because it's paper will be kind of tempting like that, where it's like, it's just paper, I'll let it go a little bit longer. My max loss is $3,500. That's really what I told myself. My max loss is $3,500. I'm okay. And then my loss is just huge. Here, let me go over the overall market news real quick, because I think that's the one thing I forgot this morning.
Yeah, man. No, but definitely funny. There's nothing like the deer in headlights look.
Yeah,
if you've ever actually had a deer in headlights.
Yeah, it happened for sure. I was just blankly staring at my trade go against me. All right, and so looking at the SPY, like I said, we're gapping down a dollar roughly today from 339.38 to 337.75. I'm going to go ahead and quote this, and this is from MT Newswires. Stock futures were mostly in negative territory as investors digested updates on the impact of the spread of the coronavirus, particularly in Asian countries. China continues to report a decline in the number of coronavirus outbreaks, as well as implementing measures that would help mitigate the impact of the virus. The People's Bank of China cut the one-year loan prime rate LPR and the above 5-year LPR, the benchmark lending rate, to help support local businesses as well. The latest rate cut followed the reduction in one-year medium-term lending facility amid the outbreak, but the virus hit Hubei. The virus hit Hubei province, created a 50 billion yuan special fund aimed at supporting businesses to get back on track and help ensure funding for infrastructure projects will not be delayed. However, Japan reported 2 deaths from the coronavirus, while South Korea confirmed its first fatality from the disease as well. We have in commodities, we have crude up 0.5%. The U.S. oil fund is up 0.7%. Natural gas is up 0.1%. And the U.S. Natural Gas Fund is up 0.3%. Gold is up 0.4%, with the Spider Gold Trust being up 0.2%, and silver being up 0.2%, with the iShares Silver Trust being up 0.5%. All right, there we go. I got that done. That's the news today, guys. Oh, you need a Discord link? I got you. And yeah, if you're a part of our team and you want to kind of post your P&L and keep track and kind of let us know how you're doing, guys, I'm going to post our Discord link here. Just join it, and that's kind of where we all keep track. You can email me if you have any questions in the competition. There's our Discord link if you got it. Nice, JB. Nice, brother. All right, let's get this ready. No, I'm in the competition still. I lost a little bit yesterday. But no, I'm still in it. It doesn't matter whether I'm in it or out it, though. I mean, I'm just having fun. My wife, Carol's actually doing better than I am. So my wife, Carol's actually still in it, and she made a little bit yesterday. So, Team London. All right, there we go. Yeah, you must have traded a bunch then, TD. All right, guys. We got 8 seconds. Let's do this. Good luck.
All right, guys. If you're excited about the tournament and looking to win today, hit the like. Hit the like. Let's see what you got.
Yep. Smash that like button, team. Let's do this. There's the bell. Let's go. I think I'm going to trade a little bit earlier today, too. I do think I'm going to trade a little bit earlier today.
Yep. Just save your big swings for your best time.
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. There's nothing wrong with trading. One that I'm watching also too today, guys, is KTOS. KTOS.
Look at
That's in
Domino's.
the defense sector.
Domino's ripping up a little bit.
ENPH coming down.
Yeah. Mitch and I were right on the same stock. ENPH getting hammered down there, man.
Yeah, looking for a bounce in that one.
AMD.
CGC.
Yep, that one's ripping up too. Hey, for what's his name that's upset about still ending down. Remember, if you're only down 80, $100, then you're still, you're still in this thing. You're probably doing better than most people, so don't stress it, brother. That's, you still got 5 full days, so you got this.
Exactly. Take it easy. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
CLBS, there you go. What did I tell you guys? 40-cent rip right out the gates. I'm gonna first try to attack this CGC here. Right. CLVS definitely shooting up there though. We'll look for a VWAP bounce play in that one. Just took some CGC, guys. Looking to increase here. I need a pullback though. All right, guys, looking to increase on any pullback to the 80s here. Already up about 160. We can get a pullback here in the 80s here. Order out to increase some at 80. CLVS at VWAP. If you want to try that one. I like that one too, but I don't want to take 2 trades at the same time. Beautiful VWAP bounce there. Hope someone nailed that one, the CLVS VWAP bounce. Maybe I should start trying to take a couple trades at the same time, but it's just so confusing when you're not used to it.
Yeah, it's hard to juggle for me.
But CLVS, definitely one I would have taken. It's as pretty as it gets for VWAP bounce. All right, guys, we're looking really good. I'm looking to add, but I haven't gotten a chance to add. That pullback only went to 84s, had 2,000 to add at 80. Looking for CGC to really get a rip up. I think it could make a daily move up to 2269. So let's see if it gets into 22s here.
There's AMD fade. Maybe I should have taken that one, but too late. ENPH is kind of there though, but
watch. That CLBS really did break that daily amount now. So I would look for a good amount of volume to come in.
Hey, appreciate the sub, MD. What's up, brother? Appreciate it. Appreciate the sub, Cindy. Appreciate the sub, Crystal. Appreciate the sub, Hector. What's up, guys? Appreciate the subscribes. Welcome to the team.
Trying to get some more share size on this pullback for CGC.
There's AMD. Appreciate it, man. I know y'all are day traders, but airline and cruise stocks are great to get into right now. I appreciate it, man. Yeah.
CLBS taking off, man. Did you see that?
Yeah,
I'm glad I called it out today, man.
Yeah,
good VWAP
nice.
bounce there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that would look good, brother. But no, I'm feeling much better. It took a little bit of time to feel better. I'm still not 100%, but you know, CLBS was solid. I was actually considering it too. After you said that, I was watching it and it looked good, man. Just hesitated for that one. And it's not really my time frame, but when you called it out, it did look good.
Yeah, real pretty there. 11.95s, 10.95s, 11. Looking for a 4-to-1 return, and then you could have got that right there to 11.50s. And with this stock at $11, you could have got 10,000 shares right there.
Right.
Made 50 cents. Boom, $5,000 right there.
Yeah, you could load up with that one then too. That one.
You are literally in the top 50 in one trade.
Yeah.
So. All right, guys, looking good right here. If I see load up here in the 90s, I'm gonna go ahead and add through 22s. It's looking good, but it could pull back here. So I'm trying to keep towards this kind of geometric pattern here. Has kind of a flag building here. But yeah, nice rip out there, 1160s.
My cell phone is decent size, but I can't make a single scanner out. Yeah, sorry, brother. Oh, you lost, JB? Nah, don't stress about it.
The space life, she's a hard one to trade, man.
She's tough today, too. I've been watching her today, and the VWAP is just straight through it. So, and look at all those up wicks and down wicks. It's just a tough day for you, brother. Don't stress it, man. Don't stress it, you know.
Yeah, don't stress it. It's just a tough trader.
Yeah. Very tough. Because I thought about it, too, but it's just a super tough trade. So, don't stress it, man. It happens to the best of us, brother. What's up, Sean?
Ooh, hard pullback there for CGC. You might get stopped out on this pullback. We got to be smart.
And if you look at the
Did
SPY,
not like that.
If you look at the SPY is super sideways too. SPY is making some big swings in both directions. It's crossing over and under the VWAP, and so it's a tough day for some of these too.
What I like is I'm below VWAP. That's actually helping me out here, guys. Great entry here is what's keeping me in the trade. That's why it's such importance to focus on your execution on the strategy and not focus on the share size that you have.
Yeah, that's what I did wrong yesterday, is I focused too much on the share size.
That happens. It's normal. Can't blame me for it at all.
Yeah, it's it's a learning curve with these big boy accounts. You know what I mean? It takes time.
Yeah.
SPCE was wild, just lost $1,000 on Thinkorswim. Ooh, that's tough. Yeah, SPCE is it's sideways, but what's crazy about it, if anybody can see SPCE right now, look at these wicks. The wicks are huge. Every candle has like on my screen, it's like an inch long wick, every single candle. And so it's like, what that is ultimately showing us here on this chart is indecision. You know, whenever you got a lot of wicks like this on both sides, it just means the buyers and sellers are undecided. They don't know which way it's heading, you know.
100%.
And it's tough. It's tough to trade because it's tough to trade indecision.
Another thing is Space doesn't really have an evaluation up here, guys. They haven't even brought one single person into Space yet. So this is a lot to do with a kind of a squeeze, kind of like you saw the Tesla move. So it doesn't really have the best kind of read moves, I think, whenever a stock is doing kind of parabolic moves like that and just going off of squeezes.
Yep.
All right, guys, getting a hard pullback here in CGC. Might have to stop out, but I'm looking to kind of just stay in it right now. I have a really great entry, so I'm trying to focus here. See if I can get a big win.
Yep. And remember,
definitely
guys,
best trade, CLBS.
Remember, guys, hit that like button. You know, we got 44 likes. Let's bring that number up to over 100 today. I know we're going to hit that number today, so hit that like button, team, if you haven't already. Show your support for what we do here. I'm watching ENPH here for a rebound or a fake out fade if we get a pullback there. Here, let me put Mitch back up. There we go. But yeah, I am watching ENPH pretty closely here.
All right, guys. Just bought a little bit more there. Now got 4,000 at 79. Let's see if this thing can go for a ride.
Here goes AMD. I might just start scaling into AMD now with a risk of 35. So my risk is about 13 cents. I can take 2,000
guys,
shares.
just hit an ad there. Looking good. If it breaks through 22, I want to use whatever kind of buying power I have to go ahead and take that rest of the swing here. Let's see, whatever I have. Still got a significant amount. Gonna look to grab another 1,000 or 2,000 shares here.
AMD squeezed up a little bit too much for me.
Need to pull back to 88 or rip through 22s. Setting up so I can see bigger share size.
Yesterday wasn't my day either, James. Don't stress it, brother.
Yep. AMD coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah, I was really starting to think about it, but I just don't like where it was for the fade. It looks more like a long setup if it pushes up. CLVS is pulling back. Hey, appreciate the sub, B Sharp. What's up, brother? Appreciate it, man. Welcome to the team, dude.
There you go, getting some ads there in CGC. Some buyers stepping up there. Let's see if we can rip it to 22 now.
SPY should kind of help you a little bit. SPY's testing the highs.
There you go, 97s. Regardless of the trade, it was a really managed trade, well executed on the entries, and that's all you can matter. And from here on out, it's up to the stock or traders to do the rest for you. LK coming back to VWAP was interesting. So, up here at 22s, we could take some profit. If, this was normal count, I'd probably take some profit up here at 95s, 96. But I'm looking for the big win today, so I'm sticking to my guns.
All right, I'm in with 2,000 shares of AMD here, too. We'll see if we could get a move in my direction. First trade of the day.
You can do it, John.
Yeah, I'm just going to risk off of that 34 level or so. It's still pretty small. The trade overall is still pretty small, too. Getting squeezed up. There we go. A little bit better, but still such a small trade, unfortunately.
There's CLVS coming back below VWAP. Support, draw the support on that stock so you understand that it could move all the way down towards 1089s. All right, guys, there's our breakout there, guys. Looking to add here on any pullback closer towards 22 or underneath 22.
Probably going to get squeezed out of AMD here. I'm less than $200 down, though. Trying to be patient with it, but there's 22s, 23s, 24s.
I want you guys to see the ad here. If I can get the ad.
20s.
All right, no ad opportunity yet, guys. Sticking in the trade now. Up at over $1,000 and looking to make more here, guys. Let's go.
Yep, you got that cushion now.
Yeah, the idea is to keep adding, because I mean, if I'm gonna get back in the competition, guys, it's gonna be getting a good like $1,000, $2,000 gain here, and
Right.
then we'll be up 1,000 on the account and keep pushing on.
Right.
So right now, I gotta
Spot
determine
squeezing.
what's that profit level for me that I'm okay with. So the next level for me would be up towards 22.15s, and then from there we can move up towards, we got 22.30. So that's where I'll look to take first profit. I'll look to add on any pullbacks right here underneath 22, hold towards 21.90s as with stop out now. Regardless, we'll get some profit, but I'm gonna let it work to try to give us a big win.
Yep. Yeah, looks good. Looks great, brother. Let me make sure they can see it.
Yep.
There you go.
One of the biggest things I'm also seeing there is CLVS. Beautiful recovery there. There's 2 VWAP bounces on that play there. That if you could risk about 20 cents on that time, and the profit is about 50 cents plus side. So that's still, you're still having that good risk to reward in that play.
Yep.
All right, guys, there you go. Up there to 22.15s. This is where I expect a little bit of a pullback here. So let's see what happens here, or if we get a rip of volume. Oh, looks like we're getting that volume push. There you go. You see how the volume just pushed up there, guys? You guys are going to see my volume bar just start pushing. That's people buying up the ass, and it pushes it up. There you go, up there now to 22.22s. We're going to look to take a 2,000 off here as we
Beautiful
break
trade.
through the 30.
Killing it, man. Killing it, bro.
All right, right there, guys. Take 2,000 off there. Look to let it continue or pull back and add those 2,000 right back. All right, guys. Now is when I'll go ahead and I'll pull my unrealized and realize, because a lot of times I'm trying to avoid paying attention to the unrealized number. You know, total P&L is not the worst because you already know that that's not really your realized amount. But I think a lot of traders pay attention to unrealized, and that box moves like there's no tomorrow.
Right.
It's almost like a stock itself, and it can create emotion.
Right.
Just like I don't agree with ticker watching, which is watch
I'm
every
out.
single tick.
I got out of the SPY. The SPY just made a huge rip up. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Mitch.
No, you're good, man.
Look at the SPY,
Yeah.
bro. Look at the SPY. SPY's up to
Buy the
338.
pullback mentality, bro.
Yeah. Whew. I bailed out of mine. I was in a AMD short, but when I see the SPY do that, it's time to get out.
Yeah,
Damn. Look at the
I
SPY.
can't blame you for it.
Man, huge rip in the SPY. Huge candle, man. Look at that rip. Yeah, that should be great for you, too.
Yeah, I'm letting it ride right now.
Yeah.
All right, guys, want to see this 2230s hold and rip right back up there to 2250s. That's my next profit take. 2250s, because we'll be almost at $1 profit on 1,000 shares.
I'm gonna actually try to take someone on SPCE, or no, on CLBS. Mitch's call. I think that one was a good one too.
Order out here at 45s to sell some guys. It pulled right back away from 45 there. Looking for it to break above 45s, and I'll take some profit here. There's 40s on the bid. All right, cancel down for a second here. I'm just going to take 42s, guys. There's no point in 3 cent trying to like be picky about 3 cents when you're up about 60. So took some profit there, guys. Now only have 1,000 shares left. Realized I've already made $1,630. So now we're going to put a stop at break even pricing $21.79, and we're going to let this trade work because we could possibly make another $1,000 or $2,000 on this. So let's let this work and see if it can continue giving us a great gain. Other than that, home run trade, and let's keep trading.
Yes, sir, man. Looks good, brother. Keep killing it, man.
I just wish I could have got another 2,000. Would have been. We're looking real nice.
Yeah, for sure. I'm in CLVS with 4,000 shares, so I'm taking my swing here for CLVS, and I'm going to try to scale into it on this pullback. It's the rebound bounce setup, so I'm in with 5,000 now. And I'm going to risk off of that 11.10 level or so.
All right, guys, resistance coming up here. If you look at my screen, you'll see 22.66. We should hit a hard resistance there. So I'm going to pay attention to that. If I see a slowdown, I might just take the profit off and look to add back. There's no point in kind of giving up $700 here. So let's see if we can continue going through the 50s and through that 60 level. Pulls back here, that's fine. But if it gets to 66 and then we see a pullback, we don't want it to let it drop below that 22.50.
Yeah, man, you're killing it, brother. Nice work, man.
The real thing was I saw CGC right out the gates, and I didn't think twice about it, guys. A lot of times with opening trades, and the reason why I feel I do well is because, one, a lot of the times I can respect my losses. Like I'll get out. I can get upset about them, but I can get out.
Right.
A lot of traders struggle at that point when they can't cut the trade and be upset about it. They just get upset and don't cut the trade.
Right.
It's two different things there. And so that's why I think I do a little bit better at the open, because I'm willing to cut it, but I'm also willing to take the trade. That's also the important part. And you guys will hear when I'm upset is mainly when I hesitate. That's my weakness. And the reason why I don't want to hesitate is a lot of times I set these plans up pre-market. I look at the trade pre-market. I determine what I want to see and the strategy that I'm looking for. And if everything matches, there should not be a hesitation point. That should be a point to jump on, feel confident in what you're doing and your process that you're building.
Yep, for sure. All right, so I'm in with 9,000 shares of CLVS. I'm going to take my swing here with this rebound bounce setup. We'll see what happens. Big position. I'll kind of put both of us up since you've scaled out of most of yours.
Yeah, you can jump on it now. You can take over. I'll let you guys know what happens to my 1,000 shares.
There you go.
I like the trade, though. Good setup.
Yeah. I'm just going to let it go to my risk, which is at 1107, 1105. We'll see. I don't hate it, and I got a lot of room, and so, we're just going to let it work. I got to take a swing because I'm down from yesterday anyway, and so if this is my swing, this is my swing, I don't mind it. It's a nice little rebound bounce setup. I like that low at right around 1111 that I can use as a risk. And so we still got a little bit of room, and I'm just going to let it work, try to give it some time, let it follow through throughout the rest of the day.
Could see a strong pullback in CGC here, so I'm paying attention, guys. Might take the trade off there. Still have 1,000 shares working. Trying to at least get a dollar a share here. $1 a share would be nice with 1,000 shares.
It's about 0.0075 JB per share, so it's about 0.0075 per share. Roughly.
Looking to see if we're gonna get a big squeeze here in PTON.
Might buy one more 1,000 share position here just to help my average and give me a clean 10,000 shares.
CRWD, red to green. Red to green in that one. Hey guys, if you guys see any stock moving big, please call it out. You'll help us out and help out other traders. All right, let's look at the percentage movers of the day. So I have AEO leading it. This is weird. A retail, closed retail. Look at this.
American Eagle?
Yeah, dude, it's making a huge move today for American Eagle.
Right, big percentage move relative to what it usually does for sure.
Yeah, 6%.
Yeah.
It's a big move there.
It's tradable for
Look
us
at,
too, I'm pretty
there
sure.
it is. This is what I was trying to pay attention for. A Peloton Squeeze. Look at that thing. This thing moves like a rocket. If you guys have never traded Peloton, be careful with that one. I try to trade it, and I can tell you guys right now, this thing moves like a rocket. It's because of the shorts that are put on it. I think it's one of the heaviest shorted stocks right now in Wall Street. It's like over 30%. I think that's the reason why when it squeezes, boy, I would not want to be short.
It's just an exercise bike, though. It's just an exercise bike. That's the bike. That's what I have problem with Peloton, is that it's just an exercise bike, man. You know
I
what mean?
agree with you. I agree with you 100%.
What's so special about it? Like, it's just an exercise bike. I never understood the commercial. It's like, oh my gosh, it's an exercise bike with a smart TV plastered onto it. Wow. You know like,
what it is what it is really kind of, they just perfected what was already there. I think that's really what it is. They put it all together in one company, and what's going to actually happen is that,
Oh my gosh,
it looked
hold on,
valuable
wait,
for a second.
I'm sorry. Let me get out. CLVS just squeezed me all the way out. I'm getting pretty close to getting stopped out here with my 10,000 shares. And so maybe this is it for the competition for me. We'll see. Getting pretty close.
Ooh, the only thing I didn't do today wrong. No OBS.
Nice. I'm getting pretty close. I'm about $500 away from getting stopped out in this one, so very, very close. Should I get out now and let it work, or that's it? I'm done. I'm out. Well, that was a fun go, guys, but CLVS just completely squeezed me out. Maybe I'll trade my regular account now, but I took my shot. My wife Carol's still in it, and so maybe she'll have a chance at winning, but took my swing, didn't make it. CLVS with just the biggest downswing today that I've seen in a while, but yeah, that thing just huge squeeze down, huge 4-candle move that just squeezed it all the way below $11. So it's unfortunate, but I took my shot. And
all right, guys, I just saw a big seller there. So in CGC, I'm going to take profits. There's 100,000 shares at 22.82. That's just too much shares to get through there. I think it's going to pull back here. So I'm going to take a step out. Not a bad trade for me.
Yeah, great trade, brother. Awesome job, brother. What were you down yesterday?
About 2,000. Let's see where we're at now.
So you're doing good then.
Yeah, let's see where we're at. I was a little bit under 2,000. So we're up on the account right now, above 700. So.
Yeah. Sorry. Nah, that's good, brother. You're back in this thing, man.
Yeah,
Sorry,
time to take some swings.
Yeah, you got this, bro. You got this, man. Now that I'm out, I'm rooting for you, Mitch. I'm rooting for you, brother. You got this, man. You and my wife. You know, honestly, Mitch, if it was between you and Carol, I'd root for Carol. But you know, but you
no
got
stress.
this.
I wouldn't be mad about it. She could keep the account.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She needs it. You know.
There's a little spike there in space. I was trying to measure it right now and get the support there, but didn't have time to establish it.
Yeah, I'm out, JB. I took a swing with 10,000 shares on CLVS for the rebound bounce setup, and that thing squeezed me down big. That thing dropped like 50 cents in 3 candles, so it is what it is. I could have exited, but then I would have been like $6,000 down, and I just decided to take my swing with it. I didn't mind the setup. I thought the setup was good, but yeah, it just didn't work out for me, and that's okay. It's very, like, it doesn't matter how good of a trader you are. It's very difficult to place in this competition. You could be the best trader ever, and there's still going to be a huge degree of variance that is going to affect you in this competition. And so, no stress. Like I said, our team's still doing great, and maybe I'll go back to trading I could go back to trading my real account. Game Face, no, it's a competition account. The goal in the competition is to make as much as you can, as fast as you can. And I was already behind some, and so I had to take my swing. And so, yeah, unfortunately, I am out of the competition.
All right, guys, going to pay attention to LK here.
I'll say this, though, guys. If y'all are going to be the type of people that criticize somebody because they lose a competition where 50 people out of like 6,000 win, then you don't really understand what you're talking about. In the end, guys, like I said, I was part of a competition, and I'm leading my own team in the competition as well, where your goal is to make as much money as you can, as fast as you can. And so that's extremely difficult to do. It doesn't matter how good of a trader you are. Most people aren't going to be able to do it regardless. And so it's just a competition to have fun. That's all it is. But yeah, insinuating that I should study more because I lost the competition is just, like I said, it's just an insecure thing to do. I'll say that. Stamps. And I think you gotta, I think you have to take risks in the competition. I think if you don't take risks, you're not doing anything. And so yesterday, my biggest issue yesterday is that I didn't take big enough sizing. And so I think today I had to take a swing and I had to take a risk, and that risk just didn't work out, unfortunately. But like I said, it's just a free competition, and yeah, I still have my live account, and our team's still doing great. Carol's still in the competition as well, so maybe Carol will win this thing. Damn, don't feel bad I got knocked out yesterday. Yeah, and like I said, I think most people are going to lose. I mean, there's like 6,000 people in this competition, right? And so even if you're the best trader ever, you could be the best trader in the world, you're still going to have a hard time placing in this competition. I'll say that.
I would definitely agree with that. One of the things I always say is if you can look back and see that you traded your strategy, right, that's fine.
Yeah, right. And that's why it was the rebound bounce setup. It was the strategy I've been making money on a ton the last few weeks. Another thing, though, is that it's like people can criticize me because I lost this competition, but in the end, my real account is in the profits team. You know what I mean? And so it's like people can say whatever they want, but in the end, my account's in the profits. So it is what it is. The competition is a super tough thing, regardless. So
I'm looking for LK to bounce one more time above VWAP. VWAP fake out fade. What do you think about that one, John?
Which one?
Now that you can even be more objective for us.
Right.
Help us out. LK.
Okay.
For a fake out fade.
I don't mean to get upset, guys. It's super frustrating when it's like, it's kind of like it's getting mad at somebody because they didn't win the lottery. You know what I mean? Like, that's the equivalent of getting mad at me because I lost this competition, and so it is what it is. LK looks like a good fake out fade. Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one looks good. I like the risk of that opening range low at like 42.70. I think that's a good risk.
All right, guys, one that I'm going to call out also is it's moving a little slower, but I do think it can make a good move today. I've been watching it. Is KTOS. This is the defense sector. It's been doing really well because of the space sector. Industrial sector, aerospace, and defense go together. So I've been seeing this one look good for the daily chart breakout. It pushed above the resistance line on the daily yesterday, and now is above VWAP. It's a slower moving stock, very low volume right now. That's why I don't want to trade it. I'm trying to find stocks that have bigger and faster moves. but definitely looks like a good move up to 21.
Another one I like that I'm kind of thinking about using in my real account. Well, never mind, not anymore. I'm kind of squeezed up, so I guess it's a good thing I didn't see it in my real account. Space is starting to pick a trend a little bit better.
That one's tough.
Space, yeah, look at those wicks, man. That's the issue from it, is all those wicks. Too scary.
So John, I because you've really created this strategy more than I have for the fake out fade on LK. Would you have shorted there the 4250s, or are you like me and you want to see it bounce there to 4270s?
I would have shorted it right there at 42.44. My VWAP's at 42.44. That's the goal, at least, is to short it right around VWAP. So
right
like
there, when it breaks VWAP, comes back to VWAP. That's your entry.
Right, that's where I short it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you would have nailed at least this trade. I think it's a good setup. I like it to come a little bit above and then go down, but that's how you can tell that, at the end of the day, there has to be some subjectiveness, and you got to find what works for you.
Right. Yeah, for sure. You got to just do with trading, you kind of got to just do your own thing. And it takes time. Like Mitch and I have our own different ways of approaching it. Neither of them are wrong. We all kind of do our own thing, and what we have shown historically works, right? Like that, it's all based off of our environmental, factors, the environmental factors of it, which is just like, this is what works for me. This is what I see works. And so, yeah, like I said, LK, I would have shorted it right there at like 42.50.
All right, guys.
But I'm also a scalper, and so it's a little bit different because I'm scalping. My bad for interrupting you.
No, you're good.
But yeah, I'm also a scalper, and so my view of it is going to be a little bit different because I'm just trying to get in and out quickly, where it's like you're a little bit more patient, so you hold it a little bit longer.
What's been an impressive stock this year is Square. When it started in the year, it was at the long-term support on the daily in the 60s. And man, this thing has been really taking off lately.
AMD is feeding you today? Nice, man. Whoever said that is a negative, miserable, insecure person. Yeah, 100%.
All right,
LB.
CGC still pushing. We'll look for CGC to come back to VWAP from this point. How'd Kron do today? Starting to get some lift there. Look at the amount of volume that's getting into Kron. High relative to yesterday's volume. We got a good breakout there from 730s. I'm gonna look for a VWAP bounce play in Kron, guys.
6 end up ripping. Was this a good bounce?
Pull back to 740s is what we'll need for Kron.
But yeah, like I said, guys, sorry, I guess I had to take a second to like calm down after getting eliminated, but it's frustrating because it's like, most of the other team leaders, like, they're not even competing in the competition, and the reason they're not competing in it is for this reason, right? Like, they don't want to look bad, right? And so they would rather just, say, hey, all of my team members placed in the competition, great job, right? Because they don't want to look bad. They don't want to get eliminated, which they almost certainly would anyway. And so the fact that I try to compete in it with everybody and then give away if I win, I think that's a good thing. And I think it's one of those things where it just takes time. Sometimes you got to take 5 minutes and cool off from trading because it can get frustrating,
Agreed.
And I think that's what I had to do. I just had to take 5 minutes. But yeah, you'll get people that just wait for you to fail as a YouTuber. You know what I mean? Like, you get people that just sit around waiting for you to lose or waiting for you to fail so they can criticize or poke at you. It's like somebody else said. Most of the time, they just don't have anything else to do. They're insecure themselves, and misery loves company, and so they like kind of criticizing and critiquing others because it makes them feel better. In the end, though, my real account is in the profit, and regardless of what anybody wants to say about me as a trader, I'm just gonna keep growing my real account, and try to
Yeah,
ignore
definitely,
everybody.
guys. Right now we have over 250 people watching right now. If you guys want to do us a favor, definitely hit the like button. If you guys like to see the transparency, win or lose, definitely hit that like. That's what we do it for, guys. Like always, we're not here to act like experts. We're here to show you guys process building, attacking the process, understanding risk management, and in the end, it's a competition. You guys are going to see me take another swing too.
Yep.
Just because I'm up 2,600 it doesn't really give me anything, guys. I'm definitely going to take swings and could blow through that profit. So the idea is to take trades, take measured trades, follow your strategy, and keep trying to nail that.
Yeah, for sure. And Carol's still in it. My wife's still in it. I might drag her in here and make her trade in front of everybody because she's still in it. I don't know if she traded enough yesterday, though, so we'll have to see. I'll have to ask her how many times she traded. She might have only traded once yesterday. And so she might still have to keep pushing. We'll see. You're getting defensive. Yeah, I mean, listen, it happens. I'm going to get defensive if I lose the competition and somebody's like, you need to study. Or you need to do this more. It's like, dude, shut up, man. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to get mad at me because I didn't win the lottery, too. So, like, yeah, I mean, I think it's normal for me to get defensive there. I think most people are going to get defensive. Especially, people will underestimate how hard it is to trade in front of hundreds of people every day. You know what I mean? People really underestimate how difficult that is.
Definitely.
They're hecklers in the crowd. They're in the crowd heckling because they don't have the guts to put themselves out there to do their thing. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, they're in the crowd for a reason,
Looking to see if Max R is going to get hot. We got a breakout there in space. So looking to see if we can get a potential breakout here in Max R.
And you guys know me, I'm usually pretty laid back, but I wanted to win this thing for you guys. I wanted to win. I wanted to be glorious. I was going to win. I was going to give away my funded account to one of our members. It was going to be glorious, guys. And, I failed. Yeah, maybe, so remember, guys, you got to trade at least 3 times every day, right? So you got to trade 3 times. So you have to put in, 6 tickets for 4 out of 6 of the trading days. So remember, guys, trading once is not it. You got to trade at least 3 times a day.
Looking for some stocks. If you guys see anything, let me know.
Let me try to log in to my other account. I gotta figure out what my log is.
The old school parabolic mover in PTI moving a little bit today.
This is Epidemic Sounds. My bad.
No, you're good.
I'm
trying to find trades.
Yeah, Michael, this is Epidemic Sounds is the name of it's a licensing website. It's called Epidemic Sounds.
I think I was right on CGC. That seller is holding it up there in the 80s. That's what's happening there, and that's why I'm glad I got out. I saw the momentum slowing down, and a lot of times when you're in these trades, especially if you're trying to hold, you can either set the stop or take the momentum.
Alright, well, I'm back in my account.
Interesting one to watch is LK. It's back above VWAP. I'm just not trusting it to trade it for a VWAP bounce here. I want to let it kind of determine the pattern a little bit further.
You're still the Lambo guru to me. Thank you, Bailey. Thank you, Bailey. you're still a millionaire student to me, you know. I'm your Lambo guru, and you're my millionaire student. You know, that's right. Teamwork. Yo, space going.
Be careful. Don't put on a hat and act like you're 20.
Right. Hey, you're my millionaire students. You're my newest millionaire students, guys. My newest millionaire students.
You know, I think, you know, one thing you should never do is run away from your age.
Who did it?
If you gotta run away from your age, I mean.
Who did it? I don't know. People ask me my age. I lie to them because I don't want them stealing my identity. And so that is a plausible excuse.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to say exact age, but if you're worried about, hey, I'm an oldie.
Right. You're too old. She's too young for you, bro. You know?
All right, guys. I'm trying to look for some quick movers, but we definitely got a slowdown here in the market, at least from what I'm seeing on my charts. I want to take another trade, but also need to find the right setup. There's no point in just trying to force a second trade here.
Right. You're sitting pretty, man. Hang out. Fine. Wait for those A+ setups, brother. You got this, man.
Yeah, I got to be patient. One thing I'm also looking at is if the lovely CLVS comes back above 1113s. That's the only way to get interested, but I'm leaving that alone. Not even thinking about it.
Don't even mention that name around me.
No one
sir.
likes that one.
Yeah.
No, I mean it had early moves really good, and then just caught some traders on the breakout move.
Yeah.
GoPro moving up a little bit. I can't find anything right now that's at least fast, so I'm gonna take a second. I'll be right back, guys. I'm gonna get some coffee, try to focus in here, and try to nail another trade here. Be right back.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to my live account, and we'll see how that goes. What is going on here? There we go. Yes, it's a monthly subscription. Yeah, we do this every day, man. The unit. Yeah, we do this every day, brother. But yeah, I mean, my account's still got $1,583 in profit in it, and so I'm just gonna look to grow the most important account here. And my wife Kira's still in the competition. Yeah, it automatically kicked me out. I don't think it shut me down, but it kicked me out for sure. I mean, you can still see it since I'm using the same platform. You can still see my $3,879 loss on the World Series of Day Trading, but my real account's still here. I mean, I'm alright. Hey, nice, Todd. Hey, win that thing, brother. I hope you win, man. I'm out of the competition, Todd. I lost. I failed. Apparently, I need to go back and study. You know. I failed, man. I failed. I wanted to gift it. I wanted to gift my winning account to one of our viewers. It was going to be glorious, man. But I failed. I failed you all. I'm sorry. You know. It is what it is. Mitch is still in it though. Mitch made like $2,600 today. So, Mitch did his thing today, man. Hey, hang in there, James. I'm up about $5,000 in the competition, and should it get me in the top 50? You should. Let me see what the top 50's rocking with right now, man. Let me see. It depends on what the top 50 looks like right now. We got Mohammed in the top 10. All right, so yeah, this is what the top 50 is looking like. And this is all from early this morning. Joel P is a number 1 spot. We got number 6 spot. We got the number 8 spot. We got the number 11 spot. We got the number 27th spot. We got the number 38 spot, number 40 spot, number 42, 45. We got the number 47. And so yeah, we're repping the list pretty hard here. Let me see what our team is standing at right now. We're number 3 now. So we dropped a spot. It's alright. How many teams are there? 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. There's 11 teams. We're number 3. That's alright. Oh no. Thank you, Eagles. Thank you, sir. Lost internet. AMD was consolidating. Don't worry, Bailey. You're still a millionaire student to me in my Lambo. Okay? You're still a millionaire student to me in my Lamborghinis. You know, so don't, you know, we still love you, Bailey. You know, you're still a millionaire student to me. Hey, well, I appreciate it, Todd. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I'm not meant to either, Bailey, honestly. I'm not meant to either. I can grow my real account to a few $1,000s in profit, but if you give me a competition account with all that buying power, bad things are gonna happen. I'm just not meant to compete. But like I said, Bailey, you're still a millionaire student to me, you know. VWAP bounce worked on NIO, nice. Congrats, E. Nice work. Yeah, CLVS is dead to me, man. That one just dead to me. You know. I'm gonna go cry in my leased Maserati. That's right. You know, that's right. Of course. You know. Like I said, if I'm a Lamborghini penny stock guru, you're a millionaire student to me, you know. You know, cherish that. Don't stress it, Jonathan. SPY making a pretty big pullback here too. I kind of want to take a little bit of AMD here. If I take one, You guys see this? I'm like, oh, I would have took a little bit of AMD. Boom, rip out, breakout, huge swing up. That sucks. At least I called it out right. At least my plan was correct. John, so what was your mistake when you feel like talking about it? I mean, I don't think there, not to be that guy, but I don't think I really did. I don't think there was much of a mistake. I think it just didn't work out. And I think that's going to happen. I think sometimes you're going to take losing trades and there's not going to be any mistake. It's just not going to work out. You're just going to experience negative variance. Maybe if there was a mistake, maybe not waiting for a better setup, maybe, I guess. But I really liked the setup I took on CLVS. It was a rebound bounce setup. It was the same strategy I've been trading the last few weeks that's been working really, really well. And unfortunately, I just got caught in this quick reversal here. It is what it is, you know. Like I said, sometimes there's not going to be a mistake, and sometimes it's just not going to go your way. You're going to experience negative variance, and I think that's mostly what it was just, I like the setup. I still like the pattern. As Mitch talked about, the daily chart on CLVS this morning looked good, and, you know, yeah, it wasn't a bad setup or a bad pattern. It just didn't work out, unfortunately, and that happens. Like I said, negative variance is going to happen. Just because you lose doesn't mean you necessarily did anything wrong, and vice versa. Just because you win doesn't necessarily mean you did anything right. It just depends, and in this situation, I think the setup was fine. Maybe I could have waited for a better setup that I'm a little bit more familiar with, on a stock I'm more familiar with. Maybe if there was any mistake, maybe that was it, but, you know, for the most part, I think it was fine, and it just didn't work out.
All right. Starting to get interested in MaxR, guys. MaxR, reason why is it tried to crush down there at 1735s and just quickly rebounded with no volume. Whenever I see those quick rebounds with no volume, I think that buyers have control, and if buyers step up, they usually move it. So I'm looking to see if that 35 in VWAP is going to hold now. A pullback to VWAP and a lot of volume coming into the stock would show me that buyers are setting up for this to break out through 1770s. So what is that, guys? It's a 25 cent profit take there for a 10-cent risk. That's not bad at all. 2.5, not a bad trade there. CGC making its way back up, trying to rip through 23s, but I'm going to leave that one alone. If you guys see I hit somebody, don't put phone numbers up, guys. That's just clear, easy way to get banned.
What do they say?
He's putting his phone number up. Supposedly call him, he's the next Bitcoin guru.
Oh, no.
I was like, are you serious, bro?
Wait, yeah, serious.
Kind of deleted it.
Yeah, Jamie, serious question, man, and you gotta answer this. Do you have a Lamborghini? Okay. Do you have a Lambo? That'll answer everything we need to know about you, bro. Do you have a Lamborghini or a Toyota?
Question is, do you pay for gas with Bitcoin?
Right. If you have a Toyota, that's good enough as well, you know. But you got to figure it out, man. You got to get your stuff together, figure it out. If you don't have a Lamborghini or a Toyota, you got to get your stuff together, bro.
I'm set. I got the Toyota.
You're living life, bro. You're living life, man.
I'm set, guys.
Living the dream, bro. Living the dream, man.
Living the dream. Looks like LK did the fake out fade today. Not really my type, though. CGC still ripping, but I'll leave that one alone.
What is this thing, man? What is this? I started with $240 2 days ago, and I'm completely new. I'm at $260 now. Any advice to build it up would be awesome. Take it slow. You know, take it slow. I wouldn't bet the bank on growing a $300 account. I would just take it slow and try to learn as much as I can. Listen, you're going to get a lot of people that try to push gurus and courses and all that stuff. It's all nonsense. Most stuff's publicly available for free already. And so just take it slow. Try to learn as much, gain as much experience as you can. That's really the name of the game. Are you using the black box from them? Joe, I think the joke went over your head, brother. Joe says, I can buy a Lambo, but that doesn't seem like a good investment to me. People that buy Lambos just want to show off. Just my opinion. Dude, Lambo is the epitome of success, brother. You know, I don't know who you're talking about. If you don't have some millionaire students and some Lamborghinis, you know, you're failing in life, dude. I'll just say that. If you don't have a Lamborghini and a bunch of millionaire students flying around in helicopters, then you're failing at life, bro. I'll say that, man, you know? And so the point is, if you don't have a Lamborghini, you need to get your stuff together, you know? That's all I'm saying. Yeah, just to say this, Joe, I'm completely I'm pure sarcasm here, man. I'm not being serious at all, dude. I'm making fun of penny stock gurus, man. I don't think you have to have a Lamborghini. I drive a Toyota, you know, and I don't sell a course. I'm just making fun of the penny stock gurus and all their millionaire students, you know. So it's all up, man. I'm just messing with you, bro.
Hey guys, taking a look right now at Ali Bank. Definitely looks like a good breakout here. It'd be a 15-cent breakout here for only about a 10-cent risk. So I'm trying to determine if I really want that, if it's worth it to me. But I definitely do think this one could break out through the 2870s, get up there to 2885s, and then when it gets there, just a matter of if there's going to be buyers there or not for it to get to 30.
Turn the music down a little bit. Yeah, I got you. There you go. That should be a little bit better. But yeah.
There's GC up there past 23.
Yeah, to all the people that are mad at me about my Lambo comment, I'm obviously being sarcastic here. I don't think you have to have a Lamborghini, guys. You know, pure sarcasm. Just making fun of penny stock gurus. That's all I'm doing. The most important thing I learned in trading is that you don't have to be in every trade. If you wait for your setup, you will make money. I go some days without one trade. Yeah, 100%. And that's why, like, you'll see me when I'm normally trading, right? When I'm normally trading my live account, I usually wait for that first hour and a half to pass, because that's when is the most favorable time for me. If I try to trade that first hour like I did today, I usually get burned, and so that patience is necessary for me as well. Knew I was getting old when I realized I could afford a really nice car, but would rather continue driving my reliable, paid-off Nissan. Yeah, 100%.
That, and once you drive expensive cars, realize they ain't worth it. I can tell you that right now, guys.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, they're just not. And yeah, I mean, we talked about the other day. It's if your car's paid off and reliable, then keep your car. You know, don't feel the need to like look cool, and so you buy like a nicer car, like especially like financing it, right? Like, don't feel the need. Like, if your car's paid off and it's reliable, then stick with that car. You know, one of the worst investment decisions you could ever make is financing like a new car. It's just you know, and so you got to just. That's one of the reasons why it's going to be hard to manage your debt if you do that. And so, like I said, best advice I can give in that area is, if you've got a reliable car, just like Bailey said, if you've got a reliable car and it's paid off, stick with that car. You know, don't feel the need to look cool. You know. Yeah, my sarcasm was taken so seriously, Sid. You see that, man? Everybody's now mad at me. Everybody's all of a sudden super angry at me because they think I'm promoting Lamborghinis as the key to wealth in life. Man, everybody's upset. Everybody's upset. I had to actually defend myself there for a minute.
Bro,
man.
the key to life is have Tesla at 100.
Right. Key to life: buy Bitcoin at $20. You know, that's the key to life.
Yo. Take me back to 2009. I was gonna buy 1,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Back when it was only worth like a couple $100.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
But,
Bitcoin, who knew? I was skeptical of it.
Hey, I mean, back then you could only use it in one place.
Right, exactly. I was skeptical. I was trying to play poker, and they'd be like, "Nah, buy Bitcoin." I probably should have, man, back then, because every time I try to deposit, yeah, Bovada.
Same thing, man.
Yeah,
same
Bovada.
thing.
Every time I'm trying to deposit money to either bet on sports or play poker, Bovada's like, "Why don't you buy Bitcoin?" I'm like, "I ain't buying Bitcoin, man. Get out of here." Back then, I wish I would have. That would have been a $20 Bitcoin. I'd have probably spent it though, and I'd probably be even more upset if I would have done that though. But yeah. Bovada's over there like, buy Bitcoin, sir. I'm like, no.
All right.
No, they don't have one. They don't have a algorithm. Love success in life. Yeah, they don't have an algorithm.
Trying to pay attention here to Max R. It looks interesting here for a breakout buy here and risk off of 1740s. The only thing is I don't see the volume that I usually like to see. Usually I want to see a volume pop or a buyer there. There's no buyer. It's just kind of moving by itself. The reason why I don't see no buyer is that I don't see no big share size here. Only thing I see right here is right now we just got a pop of 47 and 1,000 shares, but that's not big. If I saw like 10,000 shares just get put on right there, I'd probably jump in this right now. But I'm not seeing the volume, and if it's not matching those variables and you're trying to make a high share trade, it's probably not the best trade. I'm just gonna back off. Too low volume, not a big enough buyer.
What's up, Skynet? What's up, man? Yeah, man, we're still here. You know.
No,
I
one
got
that made
eliminated
a
from
big VWAP bounce. Your afternoon strategy, AMD.
Yeah, I was watching that one back at 58.40s, but now it's a little too late.
Yeah.
I was actually waiting for a pullback after that, but I never got it. But it was on my live account.
Yep. I did a couple things, a couple bounces there. This one's been strong, man.
Yeah.
When you think about it, I mean, over time, we could have got AMD at $10, John.
Yeah, it was pretty cheap, man.
$10. I remember when it used to trade down there.
Yeah, for sure.
Those are those companies, man. You got to know the financials, and that's how you invest in. Because if you knew AMD, you said, hey, these guys aren't going away anytime soon. They might be a $10 stock, but they weren't going away anytime soon.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see some setups here for my live account, but I'm just not seeing too much. Everything's pretty extended at this point.
Yeah, I feel like there's a slowdown. I just think that the market slowed down there for a second. It might ramp back up, but I'm not seeing anything go fast.
Yeah.
Everything's moving sideways, kind of slow, kind of building.
Man, I gotta get this green screen working here, guys. I'll be right back. I gotta get this green screen working. Alright. No, man, look at this, man. See all this fuzz, man? Guys, sorry.
The Tesla Dragon. Can I take her down?
I know what
Dun
I can
dun
do.
dun.
I know what I can do to fix this. There we go. I point that thing straight at me. Let me see if I can fix this now. There we go. That's much better. There we go. Alright. Even though I'm kind of like black and white now, I look like a vampire, but it'll work. Alright, Danny.
Yeah, Sean. I was looking at Kron. I didn't get the view out bounce push. If I would have got a pullback to VWAP, would have taken a shot at it. But if it's just going up and up and up and up, even though it's a small risk down, I like to buy on weakness on the pullback. I don't like to buy on the strength. And that's really what you would have to do on Kron. You'd have to buy into strength.
Yeah.
Good luck, Bailey. Don't stress it. Come back tomorrow. Let's get back to what you know and get back to your system. Tesla Dragon looks like it's setting up. The Dragon.
Yep. Yeah, and honestly, with the World Series of Day Trading, it feels good to like be a free resourcing community because I'm sure a lot of these other teams, like they feel all this pressure, and maybe that pressure is going to drive them to be, I'm not going to say unethical, but you know, maybe I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm sure they have a lot of pressure to succeed, which is like us, man, we're just a free resourcing community. Like we could lose every day. They can't get mad at us, you know? We're also a lot larger than a lot of these other teams. You know what I mean? Like we're a lot larger. Not our team itself, but our brand is a lot bigger than a lot of these other teams. And so they might feel a need to be more into this competition, and I think it's a great fun competition, but it's also just a fun thing for us, and we're just a free resourcing community here. And so in the end, it's a fun thing that we're going to do every year, and I enjoy doing it, but the pressure's not on me to win. You know, I want to win, but the pressure's not on me to. Hey, I started with 200, asked them the same questions, started slow, watched these guys every day for 3 months, and now I'm up $1,700 and still learning. Nice, man. Sorry. Stick around long enough, you know immediately when John's sarcastic. That's right, you know. Takes time though, you know. $4 is good. Green is good, brother. I find it easier to trade when the market's not making new highs. So do I, man. I'm more of a range-bound trader, and so I'm a little bit more of a range trader myself.
Starting to get into a time in the afternoon where I really don't do that great, so I really need to find a good chart if I'm going to trade here. reason why I think I don't do the best in the afternoon is a lot of times like you can overthink charts in the afternoon. I think when you're here at the open, you haven't seen too many charts, so you don't have that kind of focus that you normally have when you're at the market for like 2 or 3 hours. You're just so driven to find charts.
Right.
You have to be a patient trader.
I'm kind of looking at Tesla, man. I'm kind of looking at Tesla for a long setup. I'm scared to trade it. I could literally buy like 5 shares of this, though. I guess I could do that.
All right. We'll take a small trade here.
I'm going to buy 5 shares of Tesla, too. 4 shares.
All right. Small trade here, guys. I'm in an alley. Gonna risk about $500 here.
Learned more from being in here than I did paying thousands to become someone's millionaire student. Hey, nice, man. I mean, not that you paid thousands, but, thanks, brother. Alright, so wait, we got an argument. Your house is not an asset according to Grant Cardone. What? We got a good argument here. Am I like missing something? Let me go to live chat. I must be missing some argument here. I must be missing money, or I must be missing something here. I have $50 in my trading account. What do you recommend to trade? Nothing. I recommend you saving up and saving up for a real account. Maybe buy a paper trading platform for that is maybe what I would do.
Buy a book.
Yeah, buy a book. Don't buy a course though. Like I said, you're gonna have a lot of people that try to sell you a course, right? Like a new trader is like a guppy, and there's all these sharks flying around, and they're like must sell courses. The reality is all the stuff that they're going to sell you, they're going to try to make you think it's super unique, but the reality is most of it is publicly available free content that you can find on YouTube already. And so in the end, what you're going to learn the most from in trading is experience, right? You're going to learn the most from experience. And of course, those type of people are going to criticize me because I'm hurting their business model, right? But the reality is it just takes time and it takes experience to learn. It's not something that you're going to just pick up and do well immediately. Again, most information out there in the market is available publicly for free on YouTube already. You could probably find most strategies and patterns and courses and stuff like that already available for free online already. And so it's just about taking the time and learning and conditioning your emotions to make the right decision. Like that's all trading really is. It's just conditioning your emotions, right, to do the right thing. And it's very hard to do. And that's another reason why you also can't, it's very rare for somebody to just get rich quick doing it, because it takes a little while to condition your emotions to do the right things. It's not something that most people just kind of get immediately and do well with. And so in the end, just understand that and take it slow.
All right, guys, it's going to be a little bit of a slow moving trade here, but just going to stick to the plan that I've created and just got to hold.
Yeah, I'm in Tesla with 4 shares too, guys, so I'm just kind of hanging out.
It's kind of more of a scalp play.
And I feel like I should also say this though. It's like when I criticize like courses and gurus, I'm not talking about all of them. Like there's some that are legit. Like, there's some courses that are legit. There's some gurus that are legit. There's some teachers and educators in the trading world that are legit. And so don't think I'm just dogging all of them. What I'm saying, though, is that especially penny stock gurus, I think a lot of it just gets really sleazy. And in the end, that's why I make fun of like the Lamborghinis and the millionaire students and all that stuff, is because like, if somebody has to show you those things to get you to buy the course probably isn't that valuable. You know what I mean? In the end, like, value will bring people. Like, I see people like me that try to grow YouTubes like this, like people that try to grow YouTube channels and they try to grow brands and stuff like that, and they ask me how to grow. And the answer is easy on how to grow. You just give people something they actually want to see. You give them value. If you give people value, they will watch it. You know what I mean? If you give people value on YouTube, your YouTube's going to grow, right? If you're giving people something they don't want to see, then your YouTube is not going to grow. And that's the easiest way to explain it, is that if you want to make something, you just got to give people value. That's it. Yeah. And there's some penny stock gurus that sell you 5-year-old DVDs that cost $1,000 a DVD, and it's 5-year-old plus content, super unnecessary, super boring content. It's like 5-year-old content. Like the content is literally from like 2010. I've seen some of them. They're from like 2010. Some of them are like 2013, and it's just the dude in front of them like, oh, penny stocks, buy my course, this is why this happens. And it's just pure nonsense. It's just straight nonsense, right? And $1,000 a DVD, just unrealistic, just ridiculous, and again, that's what you got to look out for as a new trader, is you got to look out for people like that. Oof. Maybe I'm about to get squeezed out of Tesla here. Luckily, I'm down less than $10 with my 4 shares. That's rough, James. Yeah, right. The VWAP strategies work legit, man. Yeah, they're legit strategies, 100% unit. The unit says, man, the reason I subbed is how great you guys explained the VWAP strategy. I've been using it and it works great. Yeah, 100%. It's a super profitable strategy. It really is. And like I said, in the end, like, we're not experts here. We're just teaching people how we approach the VWAP and those strategies. Not experts or anything like that. We just teach people how we approach it. And I do think with the VWAP, like with the VWAP fade specifically, like Mitch and I made the game on the VWAP fade. Like, right? Like since then, I've seen a lot of people start teaching the VWAP and how we teach it. And they are certainly copying it from us. But in the end, right, like if you see the VWAP fade or the VWAP bounce, most of the time Mitch and I are the ones that kind of laid the groundwork for that strategy. And that's something I'm super proud of as well. In the end, though, trading, everybody kind of steals from each other in trading. And so that's fine. But like I said, I think Mitch and I certainly laid the groundwork for that strategy, 100%. Any thong, really? Oh. I really read the first part of that, and I was like, what are you talking about? At first, I read the first half of that, and I legitimately questioned whether somebody was having a thong discussion in our channel. Any thong, really. This thong's the best, but any thong, really. I really thought somebody was having a thong discussion.
Guys, John got excited when he read that.
Right. Yeah. I was super excited. You know?
It's like, whoa.
That's my
Lewis.
area. You know.
Lewis in a thong.
That's my area. That's my expertise right there. You know.
Going back to the Cisco days.
Yeah. Yeah. You know the thong song, bro. You know.
Yeah, I see you with the white hair.
Right. Hey, I can't remember the next line, but I remember the song. You know.
I'm gonna dye John's hair.
Yeah, silver. You know. I remember that song, bro. I remember the '90s, dude. I grew up in the '90s, man. I grew up in the '90s, man. I remember those were my days. You know. So it just got eliminated. Sorry for the letdown. Don't stress it, Avito. It's cool, man. Good try, brother. Good try, man. We're just kind of getting a little dull here, man. I'm looking for some pullbacks and some stuff to trade, but
John, we're gonna have to have like a weekly bet after the competition. Whoever makes the least has to do some temporary dyeing.
No, I don't want to dye my hair silver, bro. Listen. I'm over 30, dude. I'm already scared of silver and gray hair, dude. I don't even need to confuse my hair at all. You know.
Don't worry, I can make you a Smurf. We can go blue. I know your son will love it. He'll be like, why can't I get blue hair?
He would be into it, dude. My son loves Sonic the Hedgehog, right?
Exactly.
Sonic the Hedgehog is like his idol, dude. My son will literally run laps around my living room, and I'm like, hey, what the hell are you doing, dude? He's like, I'm practicing to be Sonic, is what he says. So, yeah, my son is all about that Sonic life. And if you dog Sonic, my son will. You got beef with my son if you talk bad about Sonic. I'll say that. You know, my son is all about it. I'm still in, but down 32.50 today. Hey, don't stress it, Ben.
Yeah, don't stress it at all. All right, guys. If this breaks 64s, I'm getting out. Just needs to come right back above. Hold VWAP. 65s, 64s. About to sell out here, guys. It's holding 65s. There's a big seller right there on the ask. You see this 151? It needs to pop right back above that. If not, it's going to crush down through. So let's see if that can open up here. We can take that buyer out, or that seller out.
Hey, Carol? Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys. I just really forgot I wasn't muted. Sorry, my daughter's softball game was canceled today.
That sucks.
Yeah, well.
Sounds
James,
like good for me.
Yeah. I've been sick, man, so it's probably a good thing to push it back. James says, hey, can you please take a look at Stamp in the past? I'm trying to find a previous resistance, but I have trouble. Yeah, I got you. STMP.
Yeah, let's do it. We can both take a look.
I mean, I gotta look at a 3-year chart. So the resistance is like 153.50 is one big one. 153.50 or so is probably the biggest one I see.
So the one I like using for when you're trying to find a big move like this, and I'm just gonna get out of this, guys. Take a little small loss here. $400 loss. Step out. There's no point in fighting something that's not there. But for Stamp, use the weekly chart, James.
Yeah, that's what I'm at.
Watch how it opens up.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm in. So 150. That's what I got is like 153.50 or so. Is right around there. It's gonna be in a range though because since it's a weekly chart and it's a bigger chart, it's not as set, right? It's not gonna be. It's gonna be in a range basically. It's considering how big this range is too for Stamps. But like, look, you can see like this is roughly where it is. Like 155, 154.50 is right around the range. But again, it's gonna be in a range because you could also use like 161 up here or like 160. And so it's gonna be in between this range. I think between like 160 and 150 is what I would say. Like between 160 and 150. Finding a hard resistance is gonna be tough because again, the range is so big, it's going to be hard to pinpoint exactly where that resistance is, and other people are going to have trouble with that, I think, too. SPY pull it back. maybe we'll get some chances here. But yeah, what do you think, Mitch, for stamps?
Stamps 157. Would look for that today. Definitely in reach. After that, I could see a pullback. It's kind of stock that I'd look at it on a bigger time frame just because it's making such a big move. If you look at it on the 1 minute, it's going to seem a little choppy.
Yeah.
Moving up and down, up and down, up and down. Move it on the 5 or 15 minute, and then the 15 minutes shows just one move up here. It was a long move, but it made a move from the open at 10 a.m. up to 11 a.m. That was just one move, guys. So the pullback could be massive. This is what you need to always understand, guys. So when there's these big kind of momentum pushes, if you look at a bigger time frame, you can see the pullbacks and what could happen. What could happen on a 15-minute is a pullback all the way to the VWAP, which is at, let me see, where do you got VWAP at? Let me put it up on the big chart.
Yeah, no stress, James. Also,
yeah,
real
so
quick.
the VWAP 140.88.
Yeah, I like that range. I think that the range looks good. Hey, remember, guys, hit that like button. We got 85 likes. We need 100 likes. We need 15 more. We got that today. So hit that like button, team. Let's do this. Yeah, on my live account, I'm down like $10 today. Nothing super special or anything like that. Kind of a tough day for me. But in the end, I think our team's doing fine. How's everybody else doing in the competition? Anybody still in? Let's see the top 50, what it's looking like now. See, I'm trying to count how many people we have in the top 50. Let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we got 10 people in the top 50, so we're still repping 20% of that top 50 list, which is pretty solid, I think, considering, you know, all of that. We're still in the top. We still have 20%. We're holding 20% of the top 50, and there's like over 10 teams. Nice, Jonathan. Hey, killing it, brother. Nice tech. What's up, Lewis? What is up with the competition count? Why do we have to use it? I'm getting an email from them. I'm not sure. Best to reach out to them and ask them. So the competition started yesterday, brother. And so my wife Carol's still in the competition too, and so hopefully we can win this thing. But she is still in it. You guys are chill, unlike other streams? Yeah, I mean... Yeah, it's because we're not experts or gurus here, right? Everybody else is like experts or gurus. We're just kind of chilling, man, you know? Also, guys, if anybody wants to use the same platform as us, though, that does remind me. If anybody wants to use the same platform as us, I'll post this link here. I think they have a sale going on for the World Series of Trading to where it's $375, and so you pay $375. It's an educational package, and once you're approved, they give you $14,000 to trade with. You're basically becoming a contractor for them. And once you get approved for this account, they allow you to day trade and short stocks. And I think that's the cheapest way anybody can get started trading. Your other options as a new trader are what? You can save up thousands, deposit thousands. Most of the time, a new trader is going to lose their first account anyway. And so I think this is just the cheapest way to get started. It comes with a course, a demo account, access to their chat room. And again, I think it's just the cheapest way a new trader can get started in the market. You pay $375. They give you $14,000 once you're approved. There's no PDT rule. You can day trade and short stocks. Most new traders can't short because you need a margin account. And it's like I said, most new traders just can't short. You need a margin account. But with the TradeNet and TAPS, for less than $400, you get a ton of buying power, no PDT rule, day trading ability, shorting ability, and I think it just makes sense for new traders. And so if you want to check that out, here's the link. Again, it's a great way to help support our channel here, but for less than $400, you get a lot of cool stuff with it. And so go check that out. There's the link.
All right, guys, I'll be right back. I gotta walk Marley. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Hey, don't stress it, Chili. Hey, it happens, brother. I got out too, man. My CLVS trade just turned against me quick, brother. So it happens, man. It is what it is. I mean, it's like I said, it doesn't matter. Like, somebody was hating on me for getting eliminated, and the reality is, guys, is that it doesn't matter how good of a trader you are. It's still extremely difficult to place in this competition. There is a factor of variance. It's kind of like a poker tournament, right? You could be the best poker player in the world, but you're always going to experience some type of variance, and you do want to understand that and be ready for that. It's not something where you're going to, even if you're a great trader, you're always going to be in the competition. There's still going to be a degree of luck in it, and that's what you want to really understand about the competition. And so if you're, great job if you've made it this far, and even if you haven't, it doesn't necessarily say anything bad for you as a trader, because again, there's going to be variance that plays a key factor in a lot of this anyway. So just hang in there, guys, and yeah, the point of it is to have fun, So basically, the way it works, the unit is it operates kind of like a prop firm, and so it operates like a prop firm. There's a 70-30 split with the base package. So with the base package, there's a 70-30 split. So if you make $1,000 in net profit, they keep 30% and you keep 70%. So if you make $1,000 in net profit, you keep 700, they keep 300. And so there is a split, and it operates like a prop firm in that regard. There's also a $700 max loss, and so it's like you spend the 375, they give you 14,000 to trade with. And then there's a $700 max loss. And so if you go under 13,300, they close you down. And on any profit you make, there's a 70-30 split, basically. That's rough, Milton. Right, exactly. It's a small price to pay to get that much buying power. And that's a ton of buying power. You know what I mean? It's plenty of... That's plenty of buying power, especially when you consider how much they give you. Like, they're giving you a ton of buying power to trade with. You know what I mean? Market is just turning here. Big pullback in the market, guys. Huge pullback here in the overall market. So good luck. Be careful, team. Yeah, look at the market just dive. Something had to come out. Let me check and see. Be careful, guys, because the market's just diving. Let me see if I can find anything on the market. So I'm seeing something, U.S. refunding announcement, U.S. dollars 40 billion in 2-year notes, U.S. 40 billion in 5-year notes, and U.S. 32 billion in 7-year notes. Sorry guys, I'm kind of keeping track of some of this here. So yeah, weekly numbers came out. Penn National Gaming rising on reports that Whitney Tilson has taken position in the name. U.S. EIA weekly crude minus 0.133 million. U.S. EIA weekly crude stocks, WE 0.414 million versus the expected 2.494 million. U.S. EIA weekly crude production 13 million versus the previous 13 million. And U.S. EIA weekly gasoline stake, WE minus 1.971 million versus the expected 0.435 million. Yeah, I mean, there's some pros and cons to it, the unit. One of the biggest cons is that you can't trade penny stocks, right? And so you can't trade penny stocks. That's the biggest flaw, in my opinion, for them, is that penny stocks are not tradable, unfortunately. Also, let me rephrase. So like penny stocks, you can trade some. Most penny stocks are not tradable. And so that's the biggest thing, is that like you can trade some penny stocks, but most of the time they're not tradable. And that's the biggest thing, right, is that most penny stocks are not tradable, and that's what you want to understand. There's also some cons, like, you know, your max loss is $700, and that's something to consider as well. Like, you do have a $700 max loss with the base package, but I think it's just the cheapest way, and I think you just got to have reasonable expectations for these accounts. You know, to be fair, I think most traders are going to lose these accounts as well. I just think this is a much cheaper account to lose. I think a lot of the time what happens is like new traders end up saving up thousands, depositing thousands into a conventional platform, and then, you know, losing that because most new traders just lose. It doesn't matter where they go. Most traders just lose for the most part. And so I think most traders end up losing in that way. And so they just end up losing thousands of dollars, and it sucks and it hurts and it's bad for them. But I think, and so I think that's the reality of it. So I think this is just a much cheaper way to lose when you first get started. I think most of the time, new traders don't understand how to trade, and it takes them a long time to really learn how to trade. And so this is just a cheap way to get started, that you're eliminating some of that risk. You know, when you first get started, most new traders lose, and this is a cheaper way to lose, right? I would rather risk 375 and lose 375. If I lose my 375 account, I'm down what, $400? Oh no, you know, it's not the end of the world. Most new traders don't end up doing that. Most new traders end up depositing thousands into conventional platforms and then losing thousands when they first get started. And so again, I think it's just a much cheaper way to lose. And I think it makes sense for new traders that are looking to get their feet wet without risking a ton. And so yeah, there's the link if you want to check that out. You can also check out Trade Ideas, which are the same scanners that Mitch and I use. I'll post this link here if you want to check out the same scanners that we use. I'll probably end up closing it down soon. So I hope if you're still in the competition, be careful. The market just dropped big. because numbers just came out way worse than expected. Is what went down. Numbers just came out way worse than expected, and yeah, the market's dropping like a tank here. But yeah, like I said, I read the numbers. Basically, manufacturer numbers came out. U.S. refunding announcement, $40 billion in 2-year notes, $41 billion in 5-year notes, and $32 billion in 7-year notes. U.S. EIA weekly district stocks, WE, minus 0.636 million versus the expected minus 1.459 million. The U.S. EIA weekly crude production, 13 million versus previous 13 million, so that was in line. And so yeah, these are the numbers that came out. Basically, these numbers. I appreciate the fact that you don't claim the positives and the negative things. Simple honesty. Yeah, for sure. And that's the biggest flaw, right? Is that there's not many penny stocks. Like, there's some penny stocks, but there's not many. And so if you're a sole penny stock trader, probably not the platform for you. You know what I mean? The $700 max loss for the base package is actually a really hard max loss to hit and to trade with. And so, you know, there's pros and cons. I'll say that. You know, there's pros and cons. You know, you don't want to just get wrapped up in all the positive things. Even though I make a commission. Let me get out of that. Let me see, 32. Sorry, I'm trying to manage a trade really quickly here. Sorry, I'll throw this trade up if you guys want to see it. Out of that. All right, I'm holding 250 shares left of ENPH here. Sorry, I'm trying to manage this VWAP bounce I just got into with ENPH. Beautiful bounce so far, though. Up about 250 bucks on my live account. I'm gonna take another half off here, and then I'm holding 125 shares left. I'm currently up about 230 bucks, 240 bucks. I'm gonna just get out here and keep my. Not a bad little win there on my live account. This is on my live account here. You can see my account number here. But $230 gain. Caught the VWAP bounce here. I was using a 5-minute chart to kind of analyze it here, and I might actually add some back here if it pulls back some more down here. Is what I'm really looking for. But yeah, this is my P&L on the day. Like I said, this is my live account, and so. This is my World Series of Day Trading account. I lost, but my real account, I made money, and I guess that's the most important thing. But yeah, my P&L on the day. Let's hide that ugly World Series of Day Trading loss. But yeah, my P&L on the day, ENPH, I just made a nice little 230 bucks on the bounce play. But yeah, I might add some back to it on a pullback too. We'll see. What do you use to get news? I mostly use Thinkorswim. Is mostly what I use. But yeah, not a bad little win on my live account. Maybe I could have held some here, but I was down a little bit when I first got into it, and so looking for a pullback might be beneficial. Quick scalp though. We're gonna wait and see. But yeah, not a bad. This will make me feel better. I'll say that after losing, getting eliminated from the competition. You know, that'll make me feel better. Eat my cough drop. You stream Monday through Friday. Yeah, I stream every day, brother. Every day, man. That's how we've grown this channel. You know, we've got almost 18,000 subscribers. Here's the pullback I was talking about. I'm going to jump back in with 100 shares here on this quick pullback. See if I can catch this pullback at the right spot. See if we can make a little bit more from that quick pullback here. See if we get a move back over 57, and I'm going to keep my risk at like 50 or so. Trying to scale back into a little bit more. I've already made money, so I'm not going to take huge sizing like I did that first time. But that's the pullback I talked about. But yeah, that's how we grew the channel, is we just stream every day. We're not experts. We are not experts here. We're not gurus. You know, we don't, you know what I mean? Like, we're not the best traders ever. We don't really sell a course. That's our course. We just teach people what works for us. And if they like what we teach, great. If not, that's okay too. Alright, so we did a good pullback. Like I said, right around my risk. Up about 200 bucks on the day, but I gotta keep this pretty tight here. It's dropping quick. I could add some more here. I think I'm just gonna wait though.
All right, guys, I'm back from walking Marley, just looking for trades. If you guys see any charts that are moving fast, let me know.
Yeah, I'm in ENPH for the rebound bounce setup. Made a few $100 on it, but there's 65s. All right, I'm gonna let the bounce work here.
Impressive fall was okay, really going down there.
Oh my gosh, I looked the other way and bam, this thing just tanked here. So I lost $30 on that last trade. I'm still up 191 on the day. Man, that happened so quick. Glad I got out of that last one. Whew, man. Still made about $200 on ENPH though. I'll probably let that be done. Unfortunately, I'm out of the World Series of day trading. But was able to make, you can see, this is my live account. You can see the account number here. This is my World Series of Day Trading competition account. And so, yeah, I got eliminated from the competition. But my live account, you can see the CPP. I did make a nice little $200 on my live account today. So that made me feel a little bit better. But with that said, I took 2 swings. I'm done after that second swing. And not a bad little day for my live account. Even though I got eliminated from my demo account in the World Series of Day Trading, I made money on my real account. And that's what's the most important thing. So I guess I'm happy with that. Yeah, the market just started tanking, Mitch, once you left. Look at the market. I blame you, bitch. It's your fault.
Bro, all I wanted to do was walk the dog.
Bro, it's your fault, man. It's your dog's fault, dude. I'll blame your dog. Okay? That's who it is. Nah, but seriously, look at that drop in the market, man. Look at that.
Yeah, pretty big. It's pretty significant.
Yeah, those numbers came out, and man.
Bad numbers.
Ironically enough, I made money on the upside during this drop. I made money on ENPH long on the quick bounce. But man, market is just tanking, guys, so be careful.
Yeah, I'm looking for shorts, but I don't see anything either. You guys let me know if you guys see any short setups.
Yeah, I'll probably end up hanging it up here. Like I said, guys, if you want to use the same platform as us, I'll post this link. Really cheap way to get started in the market. You know, like I said, I get the question a lot, which is that I've got such and such amount of money. What should I do with it in trading? Right? And I think a lot of times nothing is the right answer. But I think if you have $375, I think that's a really cheap way to get your feet wet in the market. Most new traders can't short. They're only reserved to going strictly long because you need a margin account to go short. And most new traders just don't have the funds for that. But with TradeNet, for $375, they basically partner with you and they allow you to trade their account. And so they give you $14,000 to trade with once you're approved. There's no PDT rule, so it gets you around the PDT rule. And you can also short stocks, even some really recent IPOs you can short. And that's a huge benefit. Most new traders aren't going to be able to short. And so the fact that it lets you short, gives you a ton of buying power, and gets you around the PDT rule, I think that makes sense. I think most new traders are going to lose. It doesn't matter where they go, and this is just a cheap way to get started. You're risking $375. It's not that much. I think most new traders are going to lose this as well. Let's be honest here. I think most new traders are just going to lose. It doesn't matter where they go. And this is just a much cheaper account to lose than it is to save up thousands, deposit thousands, and lose that. Because I think that's what's going to happen a lot of the time. So yeah, if you want to check that out, there's the link. I'll post it one more time. And again, you can use the same scanners that we use, super real-time, up-to-date scanners. They're Trade Ideas scanners. You can use promo code BT15, get 15% off. Best scanners in trading, in my opinion. But yeah, that's probably it for me today, guys. Probably gonna hang it up. How's our team doing? Justin, what's the link? Yeah, I got you. We got Zoom making money. I know Zoom said he was on the leaderboard too. Zoom is number, I think he's like number 38 or 39. You bought puts on space. What's up, Rhonda? Man, Tesla just got hammered, man. Look at the market. Oof. Market's scary, guys. That was a scary bounce. If anybody tried to buy the bounce, man, that's a scary bounce to hold through. Ooh, man.
I'm looking for stocks that are extended on the daily chart on the upside, but not finding much right now. There's a lot to trade, but for some reason I'm having trouble finding the good charts.
I think everything's just so extended away from the VWAP after that huge market drop now. I think if you look at most stuff, they're just pretty pulled back away from the VWAP on the downside. And so it's tough to find good entries here. Stamps, maybe, but... Yeah, nothing wrong with that, James. Nothing wrong with that, brother. You got this, James. You got this, bro. Should we be looking for anything big? I mean, the market pulling back some. I don't like anything right now with this market, like with this big pullback here. I would wait for some bounces more than anything, just because everything's pretty extended away from the VWAP. Like, you can see where the VWAP is. You can see how much influence those numbers had on the market. I think that's going to affect the leaderboards a ton too. I don't mind like Stamps pullback here, but going long on any of these is kind of risky. So oh man, Jonathan, don't stress it, brother. Went from 2K to over 5K as I took a shower. That's rough, Jonathan. Hang in there, brother.
Look,
went down so fast.
One that was a good one, John, today. SDC. Told you about that one.
Yep.
that bad news. 2 fades on it, 3 fades on it, really.
Yeah, that one
looks like it's gonna break down now.
Yeah, I like that one.
Wish I would have paid attention to this one. If I would have seen this one even 5 minutes ago, I would have tried to take this one. But
yeah, and for the people upset at me for missing strategies, not you, Mitch, but I see a few people saying we missed some stuff. The reality is like Mitch and I, we just gotta stick with what works. Like we stick with the strategies we use, right? And so we have very specific strategies that we trade, and if they don't present themselves, they don't present themselves, you know. And so it's not one of those things where we always have to be trading. Like I said, I'm up around $200 in my real account, and that's very acceptable for me. I'm one and doneing it up for my real account. I lost $10 on Tesla, made 200 or so on ENPH, and so I'm super happy with my results in my live account today as well. But yeah, it's one of those things where the markets might be super volatile right now. Sometimes that's the worst time to trade, and we just gotta wait for our own, you know, our own instances of our strategies that present themselves. And you know, Smile Direct Club, that's one Mitch is talking about that was spot on. That one did look good. But aside from that, it's just not really the strategies that we trade, you know. And I think everybody has to have their own niche, their own style in the market. LK was actually a really pretty one, Mitch. Look at that.
Man, T-Vic's going crazy. T-Vic's going crazy. You might trade it on the long side.
Whew, yeah, it's just the market. Those numbers came out, man. They're affecting the market big time.
I mean, one of the things that I know for sure is that the Feds have been putting liquidity in the markets, pushing it up, quantitative easing, China easing the market to keep pushing it up. Eventually, we're going to get a big pullback. If it's going to be today or not, to me, this isn't really significant unless it breaks 330s. You know, that would be if you make an over 2.5% move or 3% move in the SPY, that's a big day.
Right. Yeah, SPY came down, big numbers came out.
The one that looked to really nail was ENPH. That thing can crush down because it was such an extension, and all this negative volume could pull it down significant.
Yeah, look at where I got in long on this one, guys. So I avoided a huge loss. Yeah. I got in long right there. I wrote it up, and this is why I scalp, is because I wrote it up quick and I exited quick, and I was done with it. I got back in with 100 shares and lost $30 and then called it quits after that. But I made my few $100 from it on the long side, believe it or not, like right here in this range. And so I avoided a huge move there, luckily, against me. So you gotta love the market. But yeah, like I said, for me, guys, I got eliminated from the World Series of day trading. I made a little bit of money on my live account, and so I'm, you know, in the account that really mattered, I made some money, and so I'm happy with that. Made about $200. Should be a nice little improvement, and so yeah, you know, that's the account that really matters. Carol's still in this thing, and so Carol's still got some time to possibly win this thing, and so yeah, should be fun, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and close it down. If you want to follow along with how we do in the competition, I'll post this link here. You can join our Discord. We do have our own World Series of Day Trading channel in this Discord, so check out this Discord, guys. That's where all the people still in the competition are talking. So we hope you'll join, and just go to the text channel, Team London World Series of Day Trading. You know, that is our team channel. Remember, if you want to use the same platform as us, I'll post this link one more time. A lot of huge benefits. If you're looking to get started in day trading for cheap, you know, I think this is one of the cheapest ways to do that. And I'll post this link here as well. You can check it out. Once you're approved for $375, you get 14,000 to trade with. There's no PDT rule. You can day trade short stocks. Comes with a course, demo account, and access to their chat room. And I think it's the cheapest way a new trader can get started. You're risking less, and you're ultimately getting a ton to show for it. And I think that it just makes sense. It allows you to day trade in short stocks with no PDT. There's a $700 max loss, and it operates like a prop firm. So there's a 70-30 split. But to be able to day trade for 14K in buying power for less than $400, I think it just makes sense. And so there's the link if you want to check that out. Remember to hit the subscribe button, guys. We got 94 likes. Let's really quickly bring that up to over 100. We need 6 likes, guys. So smash that like button. We should hit that in less than 2 minutes. I think we should hit that number. So remember, guys, if you appreciate the free content Mitch and I put out there, hit that like button right now. Do it right now. We got 94 likes. Smash that like button. Show your support for what we do here, guys. And yeah, we definitely appreciate it. Hey, don't stress it, James. You'll get it back. Still early, brother. We still got 4 full trading days left, brother. You got this, man.
So there's 2 things that can either be happening right now, guys. I'm seeing a significant amount of volume in 1 hour chart, 16.3 million. That's a significant amount. They're either buying this pull back up or it's actually sellers jumping into the market. So let's see what happens, see if people are taking profit. What I want to see now, if it can get above 335.26 and hold above that, it could probably come back. If it just heads down really hard here on a second candle or a second hourly candle, you still got about 40 minutes for that, 20 minutes for that next hourly candle. So I think in the next 20 minutes, we'll know if the SPY wants to continue or bounce back here.
All right, guys, we got 98 likes. We need 2 more likes. Somebody actually hit the dislike button. How dare them, man? They hit the dislike button. They liked it, and then they unliked it and hit the dislike button. Hey, don't hate. You know, we're just a free resource and community here, guys. So smash that like button. Show your support for what we do here. Feel bad for the crypto people.
Boom, baby, boom.
Hey. Hang in there, James. Like I said, brother, every day's a new day. Take 5 minutes, brother. That's sometimes that's the best medicine, man. I know I got frustrated earlier, and I had to take 5 minutes after I lost the World Series. I got frustrated earlier, so it happens, brother. So just take 5, brother. Sometimes that's the best thing you can do, man.
It's normal, man. You know, one of the things always you got to remember whenever you're doing a competition, you're going to start trading outside of your realms. If you try to stay within the realms, even like I said, you know, even if you don't win the competition, what if your goal is just to make $10,000? You know, if that could be your goal, or even make $1,000, you know? So one of the key things is just try to find the goal that works best for you. Keep working your strategy. Don't stress it, because at the end of the day, it's not a real account. The only thing you can worry about is the execution. Try to tell yourself when you're coming in the day that, hey, I just want to execute on my strategies today. If it's red or green, I want to try my best to detach the emotion from that. And I just want to focus on taking the trade.
Yeah, exactly. Hello from Ireland. Thanks to you and Mitch for all the advice and tips. Much appreciated. Of course, man. Hey, that's what we're all here for. You know, like Mitch and I, we're just a free resource and community here. Like, we're just a place for traders to get together and learn. We are not experts. We're not gurus. We're not flashing Lamborghinis. Like, we just teach people what we learn, and they can take what we teach them, or they can, you know, ignore it, and that's fine too. Whatever they want to do. In the end, we're just here to help traders, and that's all we're about. So appreciate the love, guys. Even the people that dislike our video, like, it's all engagement. You know what I mean? It really is. It's all engagement. And so shout out to them, because they don't realize it, but they're actually helping our algorithm with engagement anyway. And so shout out to them. But in the end, it feels good to just be a free resource and community. Like, that's all we really are. I feel down. It happens, brother. Anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and close it down. Good luck. We'll be back same time as always tomorrow. Appreciate the 103 likes today, guys. We got that number up to over 100, so appreciate the love, team. Appreciate the support. Good luck in the markets, guys. We'll see you all same time as always tomorrow morning. And yeah, we'll see if Mitch or Carol can win this thing. So good luck, guys.
Have a good one, guys. Take care.